Ronald Reagan, the actor?
Whose ever birthday it is, have a great birthday.
The shagging was fine. 700 people to 3,000 people. Fuck me.
They came like a bolt out of the blue to discuss everything in geekdom.
Oh my god.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the attack of the 50-foot nerds.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the live recording of the Attack of the 50-Foot Nerds. Make some noise!
It's like this auditorium full of people.
Isn't it just?
It's fantastic.
Magical.
What a massive audience we've got tonight.
I thought you were going to say something else.
How very dare you?
I'll zip back up.
Is he
it's fine.
small?
How very dare you?
Oh, we've already started. Right, hello and welcome to episode 92 of the Attack of the 50-Foot Nerds podcast. My name is Mike Bell and this is, as I say, the Attack of the 50-Foot Nerds podcast. Joining me, there's only two of them this month. We're going back to basics again. Let's start this side.
Yeah, it's me. It's Paul. Hey, who are you calling basic?
I'll leave that to the audience to decide.
Very much.
And then I'll move on to the side.
It's Doug.
Hello, Doug.
Yeah.
How you doing?
I am good, mate.
I believe
Really
you're not
good.
so well.
I'm fine. I'm fine now. I was a bit poorly about a week ago, but I'm fine now.
Good.
Thank you for your concern.
It's that time of year where things go round.
It is.
Again, I'll zip back up.
I've got kids as well, so you just end up with like a bingo card of fucking illness.
Yeah.
It's like,
Joshua's got the Lurgy at the moment to the point that for the first.
I can't wait for it to be that age where it's like, I'm not. So my older kids, I'm not likely to catch the fucking hangover they have. But with Robin, it's like she goes to nursery.
Yeah.
The petri dish that is nursery.
Yes.
Where oh my god, they just come back.
The disease vector that is nursery.
You just come home. She comes home. It's like you catch it off it. Great. She gets better first. Obs. Then it's me, and then the missus.
Yeah.
And then by the time we've done the rotation correctly, she brings something else home.
Mm-hmm.
Kids are going to be terrified soon. Every time Doug comes home, it's just going to be like that bit in E.T. where there's like fucking a spaceman climbing through the windows and shit.
There's only you that's scared of E.T., but we don't care. We like it.
I'm talking about when the house gets quarantined and all that kind of stuff, and E.T.'s fucking lying there like a crispy white piece of shit.
To be fair,
Like a white poo.
Yeah.
This is one of the things I love about working from home. In that,
Do you live here?
I never
He does.
seem to catch the lurgies mostly.
Yeah. To be fair.
Always used to be when I worked out of the office in Chester, every September without fail, I would come down with something that would knock me flat for about a week, and it just doesn't happen.
Do you know, while
now.
we're talking about illness, right?
Mm-hmm.
Have you heard of the virtual ward?
Virtual ward.
Right, okay, so my mum was...
Is this in Theme Hospital?
No, my mum was ill.
Right.
Sim hospital.
Since the last time
Hospital.
you saw us, my mum was ill. She was really ill. She had to go to hospital.
Oh bless.
She went to hospital and she was there for 3 days, 4 days, thereabouts.
Right.
And do you know, like when you're in hospital and they come and check your obs every
I know,
so
I'm
many
very familiar
hours?
with being in hospital.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course you have. Imagine that, only as a mobile phone that
Right.
you take home with you,
All
and you
right.
do it, and it goes directly to the right people.
I just texted
The
my blood pressure
NHS
doctor.
The NHS has literally got patients working from home.
Wow. Wow.
But I was well sceptical at first. I was like, how dare you not want to look after my mother?
An unfit bit.
An unfit bit?
Unfit
You
bit.
magnificent bastard. Oh. But anyway, and it was great and it works.
Yeah.
And they even get in if they're not happy with any of the results that get sent to them,
Yeah.
whether it be what were they looking at, her oxygen in the blood,
Yeah.
and they show you how to use it all.
Yeah.
And she's an elderly lady and she manages to do it. Weird. So the virtual ward is a thing. So they can send you home, free up the bed.
Yeah.
If only Gene Hackman had got there.
Oh, you son of
Oh,
you son of a...
oh
Get to
my
that
fucking
later.
god.
Sorry. Oh, God, we've started already.
Oh.
We're going down that kind of avenue for this episode.
Oh, it's going to be a dark one.
It's going to be grim. But yeah,
It's grim up north.
it certainly is. It certainly is. So it sounds like you've not had the best of times
The
recently.
month has been a weird one,
It's
yeah,
gonna be
but
a
it's
weird
also been good. Like I spoke to you guys before.
Yeah.
We've hit a milestone recently, as recent as yesterday.
Yeah, boy.
So, yeah, boy, I'm very happy. So, when I first opened this store, I took on lots of debt, lots of loans, and paid one off yesterday. So that is something I never have to. Them people never get my money ever again.
Woohoo!
Ah, blissful. So yeah, buzzing with that.
Down with capitalism. Sorry, someone's got to do it. She's not.
Make sure that direct debit is cancelled because they can accidentally take another payment.
Yeah, says Mr. Working in banking. Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that was
Yes.
that was a fun one.
So
That was a fun Friday.
This month's been a roller coaster of emotions.
Oh.
Roller coaster.
What about your month? How's your
My
month been?
month has been, fairly, low key for me. Nice to see that the weather has kind of turned in a corner and things are starting to
I've
brighten
not had to
up.
wear me lucky blanket and work once this week.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
What the fuck?
Wow.
It's getting warmer.
For those following along at home, obviously,
The fact sheet is available from CFAX.
I've been telling the ongoing story of Joshua's search for a drama school, and since the last time we got together, he actually got knocked back by a couple of the places he auditioned for. Glasgow didn't want him. Disappointed about that.
The further away he is, the better.
RCS, Royal Conservatoire of
Go
Scotland.
and study in another country, son.
And Leeds Conservatoire turned him down as well. But the one place he really did quite like, which ironically was the first place we looked at this time last year, and then had the whole odyssey of running around the fucking country looking at other places, but we ended up right back where we started. Rose Bruford College in Sidcup, Kent, offered him a spot
Nice.
on the course he wants to do, which is American theatre.
Awesome.
It is awesome. They basically emailed him saying, we're going to offer you a conditional place. This is the ridiculously small number of points you need. And it was like, there's no chance he's not going to get that. It's like equivalent to back in the day of 2 C's at A level or something like that.
Even I've got 2 C's at A level.
And then a week later we get another email from them just before he's about to go back down to audition for another course at the same place, basically saying, we've thought this through and we're just going to give you an unconditional offer.
Nice.
You can come whatever, and basically. They've obviously.
Again, I'll zip back up.
They've already. I think they've already worked out that he's got the points they needed from just his first year at Lipper.
I'm with a Krypton factor of 14 and getting a place at Rose Bruford. It's Joshua Griggs.
But
Yes, I have a fucking Krypton fact. A Gordon Burns impression in the back pocket.
Why not?
Because
Why not?
everyone needs one of them. I met Jibo. He's great.
I'm just looking at the age range of the people around here. They even know what the Krypton facts are. Jenny Sean will. Sean will.
I mean, seriously.
What?
Yeah.
If you think you're not going to look at me and think, Paul won't know what the Krypton factor is.
I was going to say, isn't it weird how we had the TV show called The Krypton Factor? But when you watch Superman the movie and fucking Marlon Brando's going, welcome to the planet Krypton.
Yeah.
Doesn't that sound weird? Because we know his planet is Krypton.
Yeah.
So why is the show Krypton Factor? Sound weird?
Do you remember
Do
you remember when they brought it back about 10 years ago?
I remember hearing a room, but I weren't about to watch it.
No.
It was rubbish because the assault course wasn't right.
Yeah.
They didn't.
I might do, yeah.
They didn't have the army assault course where all 4 ran at the same time.
Yeah,
they just had this assault course where they could only have 2 contestants running at a time.
Yeah.
So they had to have two runs, and
That sounds rubbish.
Yeah, it was rubbish. It was
Factor, back in my day, Krypton Factor was a show where there was men who looked like they were 60, but they said their age was 33. and just people just looked old on that show.
Observation round.
Yeah, how old is he really?
What was different?
What's Nicholas Lyndhurst doing in this serialised detective drama?
What colour was this?
Yeah.
In the show, Nicholas Lyndhurst had a handkerchief in his pocket. What colour was the handkerchief?
I seem to recall reading Slattery did some stuff for the observation round back in the day, didn't he?
Potentially, yeah.
But
we're talking about a Slattery later, but just not that one.
Going back to Joshua, so yeah, this is Rose Bruford College, Sidcup Kent, amazing list of alumni. For nerds, probably most famously Tom Baker.
Yes.
Anthony Daniels.
Oh, bye.
Okay. But if you want to talk your bigger names, Stephen Graham went there.
All right.
And Gary Oldman went there.
Ah, yes, Gary Oldman.
Yes.
All of the Gary Oldmen went to that. There was just his whole year was made up of Gary Oldmen. But they were all 33. And
Blue Peter presenter Diane Louise Jordan went to Rose Bruford.
slash Songs of Praise presenter Diane Louise Jordan. Thank you very much.
I
saw they were interviewed on something the other day. I was like, fucking hell, where have you been since the 90s, love? Jesus Christ.
Sunday evening, Songs of Praise.
Yeah. Yeah, all that kind of stuff.
So I'm going to have to get used to driving 5 hours down to fucking Sidcup. Yeah, I'm not looking for. I don't like.
Not just Sidcup. Fucking Sidcup.
I don't like driving that far. But yeah. Anyway, because it's American drama, Joshua gets a term in America. In like his final year.
All right.
So you don't like driving down south, but you're not going to like this one. That's grim.
Yeah. So hopefully he gets to go somewhere decent for that, like New York or what have you. Because he doesn't want to be spending
Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Yeah, no, Minnesota
in the winter.
In Minnesota. Minnesota, eh? No, or Texas. Could be, Austin, Texas is on the list apparently.
Well, that's not
Chicago would be a good one, and LA obviously, but
LA.
New York.
LA.
If you're gonna do American theatre, you wanna do New York. That's like the home of American theatre.
Yeah, I mean, right now the plays that he's doing here, he's off Broadway. He's as far away from Broadway as it's possible to be at this point.
Yeah.
So
off Broadway, also known as the Liverpool Empire.
Yeah, exactly.
He's just started rehearsals for Miserable Les.
Okay.
Playing Comfair.
Yep.
Comfair.
We discussed this last month.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's going to be a good show.
Well, in terms of what I've been up to this month,
what have you been up to?
Not a whole lot in terms of actual bits and bobs going around. I haven't paid off any loans, sadly. I haven't got any children.
You're still in masses of debt.
You've paid off for yourself by going to the gym.
I have, yeah.
Oh yeah.
I've lost £11. So since the last time
did you drop your wallet?
Hey.
No, it's the fees at the gym.
Yeah. Yeah, no.
Yeah, tell me about
it. To be fair, it was half price for the first month, so yeah. But yeah, no, I've lost £11 since I've been going. So
you look fantastic.
Oh, thanks, babe.
Welcome.
It's just, the way
Kath will be pleased for you.
Good, I'm glad. She can come and tell me sometimes to my face. I haven't seen her in forever.
Yeah,
so that's fine.
Well, since Christmas.
Yeah, true. New Year's.
Yeah. She's off doing one of her 5K runs tomorrow at Alton Park, and she's working up to her first half marathon this year.
Wow!
At Goodwood.
Yeah, it's going to be a while since I got one of them. Speaking of half marathons, I texted you a photo, didn't I, a little while back now? I went to shop. They had marathons on the shelf. I thought the time travelled.
What?
It was to celebrate the anniversary of Snickers or something like that. They had literally, it was on the shelf. It said marathon. I'll have to find a photo. I'll show you.
That's mad. That.
I know. It's
that
crazy.
That is mad.
Yeah. It'll probably be in the group chat. Let me find it.
Yeah.
Go on, get in there.
Where is it? You talk for a minute while I do this.
Yeah. So marathon.
So we're talking about what you did.
Opal fruits made to make your mouth water.
Yep. What else was there? What else was it that changed the names?
There it is.
Because Opal fruits and marathons were the ones that I remember the most.
Starburst.
Jif.
That's mental.
Jif kick.
Imagine seeing that on the shelf
became Sith, didn't it?
Yeah,
It
yeah.
did,
Jif
yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah. Fucking Sailor Bang just became. I don't know.
Bang! And my career is gone.
Yeah. I had to stop what I was saying.
Yeah, me too. I had to stop myself then for a second.
Yeah. But yeah.
How long have we been recording for?
It's just.
Oh, getting cancelled in the first 20 minutes would have been amazing.
Yeah, Channel 3 became ITV, became ITV1, became ITV again. 5 was 5, Channel 5, 5 plus.
Do you
5
remember
star.
in the 80s there was a dietary assistant chocolate, and they changed the name of it because it was called AYDS.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So for obvious reasons, they changed the name of that.
There used to be like an American Mint or something like that were called AIDS, AIDS. And it's like, just pop some AIDS in your mouth. It's just like,
Yummy.
yeah. I always feel refreshed with AIDS inside me. That's just what the advert was like. The Wonder Boner. Yeah. But in terms of like not actually doing a lot, I've watched some stuff.
Oh,
I've watched a couple of things. I watched The Iron Claw, which is the film about the wrestling family, the Von Erichs.
Okay.
So there was this guy, what was his fucking name now? Fritz Von Erich was his wrestling name, and he had a bunch of sons who all went into wrestling, and one by one, basically, he got told when he was younger, he was basically saying, "Oh, your family's cursed." I was like, "I don't believe it," but then just one by one, bad stuff happens to his family. So his youngest son dies when he's like 6 years old, and then as they get older, one of them just what happens to him? Oh, he gets into a car accident and ends up like all brain damage and stuff like that. And he's just like, well, you were supposed to be like world champion. Ric Flair was supposed to drop the belt to you, and he's just like, I can't even feed myself. Probably so he takes a gun and kills himself. Another one gets an infection while he's wrestling, and goes to Japan, dies in his hotel room. One of them, who's played by the guy off The Bear, he plays Kerry Von Erich, the Texas Tornado from the old WWF days. He has a car accident, loses his leg.
Wow, this is such a cheerful movie.
And then again, eventually he takes steroids and stuff, and again he ends up killing himself as well. So basically the story's all about Kevin Von Erich, who's played by from High School Musical, the lad.
Zac Efron.
Yeah, Efron. He's basically just watching his whole family just falling apart before his eyes. It's like, why is everyone dying? And he's just like, he was so talented. Kevin's still alive. He's the last remaining Von Erich, and it's like he had so much talent, but he knew, no, I'm ducking out of the wrestling business. I want to go and spend time with my family. And it's kind of like, if he hadn't, would he have succumbed to the curse as well? It's weird how this family, but it's a true story, and you see people playing like Ric Flair and stuff like that in the movie and things. It's pretty cool. It's a good film. And then I also watched. I've been catching up on Severance, the TV series. That's a great show.
It is a great show.
We did that this month as well.
Where
the
are you?
latest episode, yesterday's episode. Fuck me, that was a good one.
Right. So Kath and I watched the first season last year. We've caught episode 1 of season 2, but we've not seen the rest.
I think
of it
I'm around
yet.
about where you are as well. Yeah.
Because up to this point, we've managed to avoid having to pay for more than a month of Apple TV, thanks to various free offers I've had over the years. But yeah, it looks like we're at the point now where we're going to have to start paying for it.
I don't pay for Apple TV.
Ted Lasso. Everybody needs to watch Ted Lasso.
Yeah.
Everybody needs to binge Ted Lasso. Ted Lasso is awesome. Did I mention Ted Lasso?
You might have
Because Ted
done.
Lasso is really good.
The morning show was good.
I'm told that's good.
Not one that I've been particularly bothered about. But Foundation, love it.
Yeah.
What else? Silo.
We did all this last month. We were talking about Apple
Need
TV.
to see season 2 of Silo because we liked season 1 of that.
Was the Jason Momoa C? Was that on there
Yes,
as well?
not one I was
that was
bothered about.
interesting. It was
Yeah,
just an action.
Everybody's deaf. Everybody's deaf, Dave.
Yeah. What?
What? Hey?
Are you trying to tell me everybody's deaf?
It's something called C. Everybody's deaf.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Everybody's blind.
There you go.
It's a spin-off from Bird Box. It's
Called Aye.
Hey. But yeah, what other things I've been watching? I've been watching that. Been watching Yellow Jackets Series 3.
Slow Horses.
Not there yet.
Slow Horses.
I'm waiting for
Need
it
to,
all to be there, and I'm going to do it all.
everybody needs to binge Slow Horses as well. So there is a shitload on Apple.
Okay, fair enough. But yes, Yellow Jacket series, they're leaning more back into the supernatural of it all again.
Is he in it?
Is who in it?
You know who.
Oh, your
yeah.
boy.
Your boy.
I think he's been in one episode.
Does he die a horrible death?
No.
No, he hasn't died at this point.
No, he gets paired off with a particular character.
Well,
As
I say,
part
only
of
for
the plot line.
only for one episode.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm only like halfway through the second season, and we kind of fell off it, so we had to get back on with that.
I've done season 2.
Yeah.
Did 1
Yeah.
and 2 pretty much straight away.
Three's really good so far. Really
Yeah.
good so far. And then Joe Schmo, the new season of Joe Schmo
Really?
came out, so I've been catching up on that.
Is it Ralph?
No, it's Cat Deely. Yeah, of all people.
Gonna get rid of Ralph Garman. Who are you gonna pick? I don't know. Is Cat Deely busy?
Yeah. Well, apparently he'd been offered to Cat Deely anyway, and then Ralph was just like, "Oh right, okay, do you not need me?" And he's like, "Okay." And he went, "Well, do you want to come on and do a cameo?" And he went, "How much are you gonna pay me?" And he told him, he went, "No."
To be fair,
So,
I mean,
fair dues.
Ralph's an older-looking gentleman in a minute as well.
Is he what?
He's an older-looking
He
gentleman
is,
now.
yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, I saw him.
He's 33.
I saw him in 2019 in Manchester, and
We saw him in London, didn't we?
We did.
Yeah.
And to be fair, he hasn't aged much since then.
I don't know.
I think he has a bit.
I think he has. I think he shows. You can hear it in his voice now as well.
Yeah. Well, the other thing that I've watched as well, which I've already seen, but to be fair, I thought, you know what, I'm going to go back to it again, is I watched Death at a Funeral. But I watched both versions. I watched the English version.
That's interesting.
With Daisy Donovan. Where the hell did she disappear to?
No idea.
And then I watched the American version with Chris Rock and stuff like that.
It's
in it.
it's
so good, and it's
the Marsden character for me.
He's
great.
in the English version, that's Alan Tudyk. He plays that character in the English version.
Even better. That's awesome.
It's great. The English version
You know
is
what's
fantastic.
better than one dick?
Alan-
Dick.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Two dick.
But it's weird seeing like Hugh Dancy's in it and stuff like that. I was just like, mate, I just watched you be the fucking villain in the other thing, and now there you are. Like, your dad's dead, and here's fucking Peter Dinklage. He's called Peter in the British version, but called Frank in the American version. Don't quite understand that one. but yeah, he's in both versions, Peter Dinklage. Weird. Playing the same character.
Oh, okay.
But it's so good seeing the difference which is between the English, like, we're all posh and middle class and everything's all, oh God, there's a dead guy in the middle of the room and my dad's dead now. And then the American version where it's
Chris Rock.
well, it's not that. Yeah.
The show that Kath and I have been
Tracy Morgan was shit
pretty
all
much
over him.
binging. I mean, I mentioned it but to both of you off air, but worth mentioning on air is Amazon have got Pop Culture Jeopardy
You have to
with
say it like
Colin Jost from
the friendly ghost.
Yeah, or as we refer to him,
Casper.
Mr. Scarlett Johansson.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because
now.
Ryan Reynolds used to have that nickname as well.
Amazingly, they got her in to do one of the video questions, but they didn't kind of make much of an allusion to their relationship or anything like that there, which kind of surprised me. But yeah, it's good fun. I mean, if you know Jeopardy, you know it's 3 contestants and you know how the questions.
What is
are.
a quiz show?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But it's 3 teams of 3. So you've got all the standard Jeopardy stuff. So you've got the board, you've got the categories,
Speaking of
the
quiz
amount.
shows,
What is Jeopardy?
the big fellow with the weird hair from Eggheads died.
Sorry?
The big fellow with the weird hair, Chris from Eggheads, he died this week.
Oh, yes, he did.
Lots of people have
Yes.
died this week. We'll get to that.
Yeah, innit?
Someone died a couple of weeks ago. But again, we'll get to that as well. So
but no, I was going to say the one thing they've added in is a triple play. So you know how you have double Jeopardy where you bet
where
an
the points
amount.
can really matter.
Yeah, you have a bet and sorry, the daily double. You bet an amount, and if you get it right, you get that amount back. So you a lot of times it can make a difference to the score because people will go, I'll make it a true daily double, and can double their scores and what have you. Well, triple play is.
Telly likes this show.
I can't you?
It is a great show. I would prefer to be on. I would prefer them to do a British version of Pop Culture Jeopardy, just so we could go on it as
Fair
a
enough.
team.
All right.
A 50-foot nerds team. It would be brilliant. So much fun. But
Get on it, whoever. John ITV.
yeah.
John ITV.
John ITV. Triple play is always.
James Pinewood. His name is.
It's
not John Hollywood. It's James Pinewood.
So it's a question with 3 answers, and you get a score for each answer, and each member of the team has to give one of the answers. So somebody will buzz in, they'll give the answer, but the other 2 people might not have a fucking clue what the other 2 answers are, and it ends up, going to pot. But yeah, it was worth it. The final episode drops next Wednesday. So chances are by the time this comes out, all the episodes, so 81 teams down to a final 3 will be out there. I think it's great. It's American pop culture, so there are a lot of very American questions, but there's still plenty in there that nerds like us will definitely get. So
that's what I've been doing this month.
We were talking about things we were watching. Anybody else seen Captain America?
And that explains the box office. All right, so
I have.
Yeah,
Have you?
I have.
yeah. We went and saw it this week. What did you think?
Make it sound like it's better.
What did you think then, Doug?
It was definitely a film. It was definitely
It started,
a
it
film.
finished.
It was a thing.
There was bits in the middle.
It had bits that I liked in it. It was kind of what I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
There was no real surprise anywhere in it.
Boom.
Yeah, there wasn't anything there that the trailer hadn't shown me.
Yeah.
There wasn't anything in
Yeah,
it
it's
that
like-
I didn't see coming a mile
Is there
away.
a Celestial? Is there a Red Hulk? Is there a leader? Yes. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Don't really need to see the film.
Yeah. And even the plot to why, I kind of had it in my head going
Yeah.
in that they were just going to keep him.
It was
Yeah.
basically that. It just seems to me that this film is just a stepping stone to where we get to next. There's like no real need for it to be there if you jump big enough.
Yeah.
But it's better if you've got one in the middle.
Yeah.
So,
What I liked about it is that it's Sam Wilson, Captain America, the
Was that
guy
who was? Okay.
the guy who chose not to take the super soldier serum, so he's just a guy. He's
Yeah.
admittedly got a pretty funky vibranium powered suit now,
Yeah, so-
which helps.
Yeah.
But he's still a guy, and he goes toe to toe with a Hulk.
I'm just Ken in a
And-
super suit.
And he manages to do a thing that Steve Rogers.
You need to
didn't.
stop watching Clarkson. That's all you say these days. He did a thing. Let's do a thing. There's a thing that needs to be done. Things happen. Here's a thing. Thing.
I
thing,
did
thing,
a
thing.
thing.
And that's going to be interesting later this year when Fantastic Four comes out.
Yeah.
I did a thing. I think it's a
Stop
lot
it,
of
I
you.
like it.
On that terrible disappointment.
Oh, it's sore. Right. Well, we talked about we talked about things that have happened.
Yeah.
Let's talk about things, shall we?
Things.
It's time for the 50-foot news.
Things.
You want news? We got news. It's time for the 50-foot news.
There we go.
Why did we bother doing that? We haven't got a camera on.
Because it's fun.
Yes, it's fun to do.
Leave me alone.
Yeah.
Don't judge me.
I don't judge.
You're not
Don't
the
judge
mum.
me.
Yeah. Why do I have a wank when I'm not watching porn? Because I can. Why not? So, shut up. So, things have happened this month. I'll kill Paul. All right.
What imagery is going through your head right now? That's what I want to know. What?
Oh no!
Hang on. Let me undo.
Don't do that.
tickling
Don't
you
do
that
that
much?
because I didn't have an image and now I do. Fuck!
It's like I was watching a Gary Delaney bit the other day, and he's just like, I was watching the worst porn in the world the other day. It was just a fat naked man wanking, having a cry, and then I realised I hadn't turned the telly on. So, right, yeah.
Bastards.
So the Razzies were last night.
Oh my God.
the
Amazing.
night before, and we obviously have our winners.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Winners.
Yeah.
Let's go.
So worst movie was Madam Web.
Damn right it was.
Fucking dreadful that film.
They got it right.
Oh yeah, they won that award because they were in the Amazon researching spiders just before they died.
Do we know what they were up against?
I did have the list, but I can't be asked getting it up.
Oh, okay.
I think
Honestly,
Joker was on there.
There's nothing worse than that.
Megalopolis thing. I could get it up.
Yeah.
Go on, I will. Then why not?
Megalopolis.
Sorry, are you going back to you having a wank?
Yeah, sure. If that's what you want to think about, Paul, then that's fine. There's concept art of the new Silver Surfer. We'll have a look at that in a minute.
Focus. Stay online.
so, yeah.
Stay on target.
Stay on target.
Yeah. Where is it?
I mean, yeah, it's got to be everybody's worst film that they actually had to watch.
It's
last year,
dreadful,
'cause
that
it
film,
Was,
yeah.
It was. None of
Okay.
it makes sense.
So, Worst Pictures nominees were Borderlands,
Okay, that was
Ooh.
Joker Folie à Deux,
I concur. Also,
Web,
also bad.
Megalopolis, and Reagan.
Oh, didn't watch Reagan. Megalopolis, I actually thought was kind of okay.
Yeah, well,
That Reagan is obviously about the American president with his laser gun.
Yeah, it's Reagan.
Yep. Pew pew. Well,
my fellow Americans.
I'm gonna shoot you now with this laser.
Pew pew.
Pew pew.
Pew pew.
What the hell? Ronald Reagan, the actor.
Question mark. The actor? Question mark.
Who is Ronald Reagan?
That's the only time in those movies that Doc Brown doesn't sound like Doc Brown. Where he just sounds so fucking incredulous. Okay, Worst Actor. Our nominees were Jack Black for Dear Santa, Zach Levi for Harold and the Purple Crayon. Again, I'll zip back up. Joaquin Phoenix for Joker Falling a Doom. Dennis Quaid for Reagan. And the winner was Jerry Seinfeld for Unfrosted. You know, the Pop-Tarts movie.
Fair.
I've not watched it yet.
No, me neither.
Worst Actress was our nominees were Kate Blanchett for Borderlands, Lady Gaga for Joker Folie à Deux, Bryce Dallas Howard for Argyle.
What?
Really?
Oh, please, that's unfair. We both really like that,
To be
didn't
fair, I can't hear anything negative about that woman. It just doesn't register in my head because she's perfect.
Fair enough. Jennifer Lopez for Atlas.
Okay.
And Dakota Johnson, our winner for Madam Web.
Good.
I mean,
Retire.
I think actress is a strong word there to choose, to be fair, when you're describing Dakota Johnson. Okay, we've got Worst Supporting Actor now.
Right.
So, our nominees were Jack Black, voice-only performance in Borderlands. Kevin Hart, in-person performance in Borderlands. We have Shia LaBeouf in drag in Megalopolis. Tahar Rahim in Madam Web. And our winner, for not one but three performances, was John Voight in Megalopolis. Reagan! Four performances, Shadowland and Strangers.
Okay. So basically they gave it to John Voight because he
was the worst in all the movies.
Because he had so many bad performances in the year.
So, yeah. Fair. We're supporting actress. We've got our nominees were Ariana DeBose for Argyle and Craven the Hunter, Leslie Ann Down as Margaret Thatcher in Reagan, Emma Roberts in Madam Web. I don't even remember Emma Roberts being in Madam Web. That tells you how bad that is. FKA Twigs in The Crow. But our winner...
Oh my God, The Crow wasn't on the list of worst films.
I know. Well, at least got a nomination. I know. That tells you something. But our winner was Amy Schumer for the Pop-Tarts movie.
Yeah, fair.
Fair it is. Worst Director. And our director has actually responded to this.
Yes, I heard.
The nominees were S.J. Clarkson. I did a thing. For Madam Web. Certainly is a fucking thing. Todd Phillips for Joker, Folie à Deux. Eli Roth for Borderlands. And Jerry Seinfeld for the Pop-Tarts movie. Our winner was Francis Ford Coppola for Megalopolis.
I had no idea.
Awesome.
Borderlands was Eli Roth.
Did you know?
Are you fucking kidding me?
Oh, how the mighty have fallen.
Oh, come on, mate. Oh,
I know.
I am.
Yeah.
I'm fucking gobsmacked.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
From Cabin Fever and Hostel to fucking Borderlands. To be fair, he did The House with the Clock on its Walls, which is alright.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's generally good.
But that's how he ends up working with Kate Blanchett and Jack Black again, because he worked with them first.
Wow.
Okay. Our worst screen... Francis Coppola, by the way, responded by just saying, I don't really want the award, but I'm just glad to have been nominated in many categories for the movie, so thank you. That's essentially what he said.
Given his age, maybe he thought it was an Oscar nomination
I don't know.
and had memory seizures or something?
Potentially.
You could just put it next to his Oscars.
Yeah, why not? Worst screen combo. Any two obnoxious characters, but especially Jack Black from Borderlands. Any two unfunny comedic actors from the Pop-Tarts movie. The entire cast of Megalopolis. Dennis Quaid and Penelope Ann Miller as Ronnie and Nancy Reagan in Reagan. And Joaquin Phoenix and Lady Gaga for Joker Folie à Deux. They won. Because yet they had no chemistry at all.
Well, they won in quotes.
Yeah. Worst prequel, remake, rip-off, or sequel? The Crow. Nominee.
I concur.
Craven the Hunter. Mufasa, the Lion King.
Not seen it
And
yet.
Rebel
No.
Moon 2. And the winner was Joker Folly Ado.
You know, I still don't get the
It's a
hate for
dreadful
those
movie.
Rebel Moon movies. They're not as
For
dreadful.
the Snyderites,
to
or
be
whatever you
fair-
want to call them, the people that absolutely adore the
I
man.
think
I think he's good.
For me, I think Netflix sat in a room one day and just went, okay, we've got several $100 million here. We've also got a shredder. Should we put it in there or should we give it to Zack Snyder? Well, at least if we give it to Zack Snyder, we get something out of it.
Yeah. You will get
So-
something out of it. You get
Look, it's going to be good.
Bugs Life in space.
I understand that this is basically what Zack Snyder wanted to do if they let him do Star Wars.
Yeah, and they went, don't be fucking ridiculous. We're not getting anywhere near Star Wars, mate.
But otherwise, it's fine. It's his take on sci-fi Seven Samurai,
Or sci-fi Bugs Life as well.
or you know, as we used to call it, Battle Beyond the Stars.
I'm still calling it Bugs Life.
Yeah, it's Bugs Life in space, yeah. Okay, finally, worst screenplay. Joker, John Foley Do, Craven the Hunter, Megalopolis, Reagan, or the winner, of course, Madam Web. And I say screenplay, I'm talking 3 pieces of paper with some crayons scribbled all over them.
And they weren't even red.
I know. She
Crayons
made
weren't
them her
even
own.
red.
So my mom died when she was in the Amazon. Amazon. Researching spiders.
The things that really annoys me about that film more than everything, more than it existing, is that, and I hate being so negative about film because I've never made a film, so I don't like people telling me I'll do my job. But here we go, I'm gonna do it anyway. Okay. With the likes of that, she's got some scenes in it where I can see her doing it and enjoying herself and having fun, but they're so fucking small. The bits in there are so small where she's doing it and it's working.
Yeah.
Sounds like my sex life.
You said it, not us.
I know.
We're getting all kinds of visuals tonight.
Bam, chicka,
I'll
wah,
zip up
wah.
again. I got sorry.
Let's
Yeah.
go.
All right, we'll move on then. Okay, Amazon. I've got 100% of James Bond now. It was reported this week that the Broccoli's family have finally signed over all the rights and the full creative control of the James Bond franchise to Amazon. So expect lots of rebooted movies, spin-off shows, animated series, whatever it is, to make it worthwhile. Probably a game show as well at some
They've
point.
done a game show already.
Oh, yes, they did. Yeah, with Brian Cox.
Yes.
Yeah, I forgot
Brian
about
Cox thought he was doing a Bond movie and found he was actually doing a
Then
Bond
he's a
game
fucking
show.
speedboat on the Thames going, who wants to win some money? What have I done with my life? I was in the fucking X-Men films, me, and now I'm here.
So now
I'll
so,
do Super Troopers 3, just give me something.
so Amazon now own Bond.
Yes, they do.
So we're gonna get films. They're gonna do it.
Yeah.
We're going to get some TV as well because it's Amazon.
Well,
Yes.
the question is... Ha ha!
hello,
Paul,
John.
you're not ready.
How are you,
not
sir?
ready.
I'm very well. Thank you. How are
Nice
you?
to see you.
Paul, you need to get ready.
I'm not ready.
I was trying to say hello to you before, but you're kind of blanking
Well,
me.
sorry.
That was
Sorry.
a bit rude, but
Oh, sorry about that.
Now I'm ready.
Ha yes. So Amazon own James Bond now. What are they going to do? Pitch me a movie. Big arm energy. Ha
Well, actually, I don't want to pitch a movie.
Why not?
Because
My arm's broken.
I think that, well, okay.
It's very difficult to do.
You know what they could do?
Yes.
I think.
Well, no, I don't. That's why I'm asking you.
I think we should get the Tarantino period Bond movie that Tarantino wanted to do.
Call me M one more time, motherfucker. Call me M one more time.
But the other thing,
M stands for motherfucker.
but the other thing I would very much like to see, and this is more of a TV show than a movie.
Thrill me.
I want to see Charlie. I want to see Charlie Higson's young Bond novels. Again, they're
Look at me.
They're period pieces.
Gross.
So
Get a
they're-
Tampax.
they're set in the 30s, you know, pre-war.
yeah,
and it's the origin. You know, Bond begins.
they would shave it though, wouldn't they? So that it wouldn't.
Well, you
be
have
the,
to.
It wouldn't
It's,
be the
you know,
30s.
it looks a bit.
Cheeky
Oh, you know what I mean.
So they do it so it would be him growing
Big
up in
arm
like the
energy.
80s.
No, I think.
Because
Bond-
they're not going to do it so that he's that old. They're going to do it so.
Hello. Hello. Goodbye. Goodbye. Sorry about that, fans.
Yeah, I think doing taking the opportunity to do Bond as a period piece might be interesting.
Bonderton!
What? Bonderton.
Bonton Abbey! Skyfall Abbey!
You've cracked it.
Yes.
That's why you do.
Hooray!
It,
That's why they pay me the big bucks.
That's
Big arm energy.
Exactly that. Skyfall. They call it
Yes.
Skyfall, and it's him growing up in Scotland.
Yes.
Getting in trouble with the locals.
Yep. That's what we do. But how does he speak? Is he like Daniel Craigish if he just kind of normal, or is he crazy old man Sean Connery? See, I can do impressions too. Ha ha!
They won't.
Big arm energy.
They won't do Connery, and that's a shame. They won't do a young Connery, and that is a shame. But
it's a shame. It's a damn shame. I am unthrilled. There are no thrills.
There's already.
To be fair, if they're going to do all of it, if they're going to say right now if they're going to do what they did with Lord of the Rings, where they started making absolutely pumping money into it,
and then made it really boring.
I have seen a few episodes of it. It's not for Doug.
Lenny Henry, that's who should be the next James Bond.
That's what kept me in it. I was like, that's Lenny Henry. That's so cool. Last film I saw him in was crap.
What was that?
Identity.
You haven't
where it's whiteface.
You haven't got to his episode of Doctor Who yet, have you?
No.
Anyway,
so if they do that, I would like to see a reboot. If they want to do it in some sort of stunning, gorgeous animation like they've done with Vox Machina, let's go for James Bond Jr.
Yes, James Bond. Reboot James Bond Jr.
James Bond Jr. taken seriously.
They call him Bond. James Bond Jr.
Yes.
No one can stop him, but Scum always tries. Young Bond cuts
Thanks,
through
guys. See you soon.
a web of lies.
So long, goodbye. Auf Wiedersehen, goodbye.
Whose ever birthday it is, have a great birthday.
Bye. No one's got to wave? Okay, fine. Ignorant. Fuck him.
I never. So James Bond Jr. is supposed to be the nephew of James Bond.
Yes.
Except James Bond is an only child.
We can get around that. Don't worry about it. He had a secret twin called Brooke. Brooke Bond. Yes.
The name's Bond, but
they specialise in tea bags.
Brooke Bond, played by Russ Abbott.
I thought you said
Russ Abbott. There's a deep cut that gives away my age.
The Frogman. Oh man, I used to love that.
For some reason, I thought you meant Russell, the astrologer guy. What was his name? I forget his name now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sure.
Russell.
Russell, not that one. No.
Russell Grant.
Russell Grant. Yes.
The one who looked like JNT.
Yes, that's right. Yeah. He ended up looking a bit more like. Anyway, never mind.
I mean, I'm sure I've heard rumours already that they're looking at doing the Moneypenny Diary.
Oh, that'd be. Oh, I forgot all about them.
Yeah. Sexy Moneypenny Adventures.
That would be.
Goosh.
No, I'd like that because I had one of those novels when I was a kid. Yeah, that'd be cool.
But I mean, it's not like they're short of material to work from. There's never been a proper adaptation of, for example, Colonel Sun, the Kingsley Amis novel. Or
what I don't want is I don't want it to go like the Continental for John Wick.
Yeah.
I don't want it to be like, right, okay, we're just going to call it MI6 and have a show based around
that was Spooks.
That.
Yes. They've already done that, Doug.
That was what they called Spooks.
Yeah,
in
but that's what they're
America.
going to be tempted to do. They're going to be tempted to do this and call it 00. And then just
it's all about people earning their license to kill, and it's basically just like the beginning bit of the Kingsman, where they're all in training.
Then you've got
and they all get a dog.
Kingsman.
And they're all he's going to call his dog. Let's see, not JB because he can't call it that. Let's see. He calls his dog Eggsy because his farts smell like eggs.
Eggsy.
Yes. And everything goes all meta. Ha ha!
Awesome.
Okay.
Green light. Ha ha!
See, I'd have more Kingsman.
Yes.
over Bond
Yeah.
at the minute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really would.
Well, they're supposed to be doing.
I'm going
another-
away for a moment. Goodbye.
They're supposed to be doing another Argyle. Aren't
Bye,
they?
John. See you later, mate.
See you later, John.
I'm going
Argyle begins.
Off
or-
subject a little bit. What
Yeah.
I am looking forward to is Ballerina.
I saw the trailer for it. I wasn't fussed.
I
Oh, that's another thing I watched. Yeah, I went to pictures. I went to go and see what's it called? Fucking Flight Plan or whatever it was. The one with Mark Wahlberg.
What?
Marky Mark.
Mark, yeah,
No.
yeah. I mean, yeah, I know.
What?
It's
What?
the one where he's the
No.
hitman on the plane.
Oh shit, Ted, you're fucking right.
There's only three people. Basically, the whole film is just like three people in a plane.
See,
Pretty cool.
I like stuff like
It
that.
was good.
I like it when it's like an absolute tour de force of acting, and you're telling me that Marky Mark's in it. That's
Yeah.
and you liked it
And he shaved his head bald for no reason, other than just he decided to
like
just do
me.
it for the character.
because he just wanted to look as cool as me. That's why he did it. Yeah, so the Ballerina for me, I'm into it because it, even in the trailer, it gets rid of that stigma of, oh, look at this little, let's say, an 8-stone piss wet through girl
Yeah.
knocking fuck out of people,
Mm.
and you have the person training her saying, you're smaller, you're weaker, you got to cheat.
Yeah.
And then you see her do nothing but like grabbing nuts and just
Yeah.
fucking
But then I saw the
having to
trailer,
jump
and then it's
2
just,
foot someone in order
Yeah.
to move them, not
It-
to hurt them.
it looks like it's good,
do
and then at the end of the trailer, it's just like, "Hey, I believe you need, like, yeah, you've been looking for me, oh yeah, whoa, dude, whoa," and it's just like I'm totally thinking out of it now.
kung
And you- I know it took place in the world of John Wick, but you didn't need to be in it, and it just totally took me out of it when he
Yeah,
turned
I think
up.
it's
and
gonna
Yeah,
just-
be-
but that's a tradition of spin-offs and crossovers that goes back decades.
It'd be one of those where they'll have people. If they didn't, there'd be more to say about them. Oh, why don't you just get him in?
Well,
You
to
know,
be
he's a
fair, no-
producer.
But they already had Lovejoy, and when she goes to the hotel, he's
Yeah.
already there doing his thing. You don't need John Wick as well.
Well, it's
Show me anything I love Joy.
have you ever seen Police Story 3? Super
Yes.
Cop. So it's a Michelle
Cop that
Yeoh
can't be
movie.
stopped.
It's a Michelle Yeoh movie, but because it's called Police Story 3, you have to have a whole sequence with Jackie Chan in it,
It's
even
the
though
law.
you could basically cut that whole sequence out and it does nothing else for the movie. So it's like that as far as I'm concerned. And there's nothing
Well,
wrong with it.
I guess
I'm,
we'll
I'm
find
looking
out.
forward to it.
It-
Anyway.
it doesn't-
I
it does
can't
not-
remember the actress's name, but my
It's
God,
Anna Diarnas, the girl from Knives Out,
yeah,
and that Marilyn Monroe
Yeah.
film on Netflix.
and Bond.
she's so
Yeah.
fucking pretty.
She was in.
She is.
She was in No
She's
Time to
knocking
Die.
off Affleck for a while.
She is so unbelievably pretty. I don't understand her. I just don't understand how somebody could be that pretty.
Well,
She is absolutely.
the world does stuff like that
insane.
sometimes.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we will move on now. Then we've got a little bit of Star Wars news.
Oh my
A
goodness!
galaxy far, far away. You say?
Yes. So
No fucking way.
Kathleen Kennedy, the head of Lucasfilm, she was interviewed this week, and she confirmed that she will be stepping down from her
I
position.
was going to joke then.
Oh, and all the
No.
wankers on the internet are going, yes, finally.
Well, they thought that she was going to announce in the interview that she had already stepped down. She'd handed the reins over to your man who does no, not Favreau, the other
Filoni.
Dave
Filonius.
But no, he is expected to take over. Let's be honest with you, the guy knows Star Wars.
Yeah.
He is the next George Lucas. Let's be honest. Although George Lucas's name ended up being released in a document that came out this week, so maybe let's hope that he isn't the full next George Lucas. Say no more about that.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So but she said she will be stepping down at some point. She's not going to say when. Could be the next couple of months. Could be 12 months from now. But she will be stepping down in the near future anyway.
How old is she now?
I
gotta be-
don't know. But she said she's not retiring. She said she'll be making movies until the day she dies.
Okay.
But she just won't be overseeing Lucasfilm anymore.
Fair.
But from the same interview, we've also got updates on new Star Wars movies. Basically, other people were saying why did you announce a load of films that never got made, like Rogue Squadron and stuff? And she was just like, we announced these movies in all good faith that we did think we were going to make them, but because we're Star Wars, people scrutinise what we say. Things take time. Things
She
fall
is
apart.
71. Wow.
Yeah. Speaking of people who are old, we'll get to that in a bit. Yeah. So
Look it.
all right.
Just saying.
No, I've a wank later. Fucking hell, Paul.
No, that's you.
Yeah.
I did
yeah.
it this morning, in case anyone was interested. No one else is talking about it.
Sorry, I won't shake your hand. But she has basically said that they are still moving ahead with certain other things. So they are going to be moving ahead with that Daisy Ridley-led Rey trilogy. That's going ahead with from Simon Kinberg. It's apparently on a fast track, so we'll be getting that sooner rather than later. Obviously, Mandalorian and Grogu is already shot. They're working on that right now. We've obviously got the Mandoverse spin-off movie, the crossover movie, on the cards as well. There's a new trilogy being overseen by Sean Levy from Deadpool and Wolverine. His is supposed to be set post Episode 9 and will star Ryan Gosling as well, they've not said what his character is, but apparently he will be joined along the way with a Jedi Padawan.
Who will just going to replace fucking Harrison Ford again?
Yeah.
Blade Runner, I'll sort it.
Yeah, fuck it,
Han
lads.
Solo, tag me in.
Yeah.
Indiana Jones, fuck off and go home, will you? Leave it alone.
But they haven't said what his character's going to be, but his sidekick will be a Padawan in that. So whether that means he's a Jedi or not, we don't know. James Mangold, who directed Logan, his first Jedi movie still going ahead. The Dawn of the Jedi, set at the beginning before even the first era.
I kind of trust him.
Yeah,
I kind of trust Mangold. I enjoyed Indiana Jones.
This is it. All of these names are names that
good
have done
names,
really great stuff, and therefore we trust.
But to be fair, Rogue Squadron had been announced by Patty Jenkins,
Yes.
who did Wonder Woman.
Yeah. And then she
And
did
then
Wonder
she
Woman
did
84.
And mysteriously, Rogue Squadron disappeared off the schedule not long after that. So, he's expected to film this Star Wars movie before he goes on to do the Swamp Thing movie. So, fingers crossed that'll be happening sooner rather than later.
That'd be cool.
And on the back burner, simmering away is a project from Taika Waititi. It hasn't been cancelled, but it's not like they're not in a rush to do it. Because he's so busy. One thing that wasn't brought up during the interview that apparently that people in the know say that Lucasfilm are developing a series based upon Mara Jade, who is Luke's wife. If you know the
now
books.
if a character was going to get pulled out of Legacy back into continuity, you'd have expected Mara Jade to have shown up by now.
Wasn't she?
She was the Emperor's hand.
Yeah.
She was kind of the other force
an
wielder
Imperial
that
assassin.
worked for the Emperor alongside Vader. And this goes back to Timothy Zahn's Heir to the Empire trilogy. So
that is what the Mandoverse crossover movie is expected to be titled, Heir to the Empire.
Yeah.
So they're thinking that Mara Jade will possibly turn up in there first and then get her own spin-off show. So basically she'd be the bad guy for that one, turn good, and then go off and do whatever.
She ain't going to be.
won't be marrying Luke.
She ain't going to be shagging Luke Skywalker.
Well, to be fair, we don't know exactly when he went off to.
And then they could dark saber it and have Luke go bad for 20 minutes.
Yeah, we don't know exactly when he went off to the island to live on his own. I mean, we know it was after the whole Kylo Ren of it all, but there's not to say that Mara Jade and Luke didn't get off with each other for a little bit first before that happened. So we don't know, but we will see. Anyway, the rumours are that they want Zendaya to play.
Don't know that
Mara
she's not
Jade.
like chained up in one of them huts. Well, could we just be going there and visiting her every now
That's
and
where the
then.
blue milk comes from. He just showed Ray that other thing just for a
Yeah.
laugh. Anyway, but yes, Zendaya potentially. That's who they want to play. All right, we're going to move on to DC now. So, as we previously discussed, a Clayface movie is in the works. All right, it's going to be written by Mike Flanagan. We now know that the movie will be directed by James Watkins, who directed Speak No Evil recently. He also did the Woman in Black as well.
Okay, so
Yeah, the movie will be a rated R movie set in the DCU. And they're currently looking at a Daniel Radcliffe or Kieran Culkin type to star. So whether that means they're going to reach out to either of those. I mean, obviously he's worked
Probably.
with Radcliffe before.
And Kieran Culkin's had a lot of good press recently.
Yeah, Succession. He's bigger than ever at the moment. A second season of Creature Commandos is being fast tracked as well.
I still haven't watched a lick of that yet. It's doing my head in.
Yeah,
So
I'm
good.
waiting for that to drop over here.
It's so good, so much fun. It's been fast tracked according to showrunner Dean Lorry. First season was great. Yeah, all the scripts were written by James Gunn, so no word on yet as if he's going to be returning to write it. I would imagine so.
The busiest man in Hollywood.
I know. But I can't wait to see what next, especially with the... Again, this isn't really a spoiler, because given the fact that it's essentially a Suicide Squad cartoon, not everyone gets out of it alive.
Yeah.
So there will be a new team lineup at the end of the series. So that's hopefully the lineup that we'll get in Season 2. Moving over the street, Marvel time. Avengers Doomsday is set to begin filming in April, with the release date currently set for May of 2026, so I would expect that to be pushed back.
Yeah,
Very unlikely they'll get everything done in 12 months there. It's also said that, like Infinity War and Endgame, they're going to shoot Doomsday and Secret Wars back to back.
Come on now.
with a small break in between. And we also have word that the original Avengers are indeed to be back as their evil multiversal counterparts. So our speculation does seem to have been correct there. There was also today, before I even, after I'd written the show notes, a concept artist from Marvel who doesn't work for them anymore fucked up and put a load of concept art online, including a shitload of concept art for Doomsday. So we now won't know what Doctor Doom may potentially look like.
Somebody didn't read their NDA terribly well.
Do you want to have a look? I've already shown Paul. This is going to work well on audio.
Yeah.
But, let me just find it 1 second.
Oh, they don't bulk him out and
Go on Tinternets, guys.
Yeah.
You can look at this while we're talking.
Downey's not
easily found.
Yeah.
All right. Hang on. Let me just go.
Oh, it's been took down already.
No, the original post got took down, but people being people, everyone's kind of saved
sharing it, screenshotting it, and saying,
there you go. That's our boy.
That's kind of badass.
Yeah.
That is Doctor Doom.
That's Doom sitting on his throne. There was also some other pictures that got leaked as well. There's another one where Doom is sitting on a throne with a version of Doctor Strange by his side, as if he's kind of like his right-hand man. There's another picture which is Star-Lord and White Vision just sitting on a couch together watching the telly. Another one which is the Young Avengers, including Speed, sitting around the table with Wong and Star-Lord, and also Dupe from the X-Men.
I like the idea that these particular characters would be like the mentors to the Young Avengers.
Dupe, for some reason.
Why not?
Yeah. And also there's another picture which is the Hulk, She-Hulk, and Hulk's son Scar in some kind of medieval setting as well. So, yeah, I assume it's going to be on the world, some Secret Wars. But yeah, that's got leaked and it shouldn't have been. And yeah, now the internet kind of has an idea of what Doom's going to look like, and I'm very happy with him. Staying with Marvel, we're going to move on to Wonder Man. We know that Wonder Man TV series is on his way. Can you just adjust that slightly? There we go. So.
Or, you can.
Yeah. So Wonder Man is on its way, and it's been said to be a love letter to television. It's going to be 8 episodes, which will range in length from 20 plus minutes to 40 plus minutes, depending on what happened in the episode. And it's being overseen by Destin Daniel Cretton, who did Shang-Chi and is doing the next Spider-Man film, and also Andrew Guest. The last time we had a love letter to TV from Marvel was WandaVision,
which I've recently rewatched,
which is great. So if it meets that hype, then could be good. Yahya Abdul-Mateen II is playing Simon Williams. We'll also see Demetrius Gross as his brother Eric, aka the Grim Reaper. We're also going to have appearances from Sir Ben Kingsley and Trevor Slattery. As Trevor Slattery. And Ed Harris as Williams' agent. There's also some rumours of some other people, including Courtney Cox, potentially going to be appearing in it as well. Which is a weird one.
I said, I don't know whether I said this on the show when we've talked about Wonder Man before, but basically, if we're doing a Marvel show about Hollywood in the Marvel universe, you've got to have Trevor Slattery.
Absolutely.
You've got to have the best actor in the Marvel Cinematic Universe show up and do his thing. And he's from Liverpool.
Yeah.
Which is awesome.
Yeah. There you go.
I'm Trevor Slattery.
There we go. And every time we mention fucking Trevor, you've got to do that.
I've got to.
It's the rules.
I don't have as many impressions as you.
All right. When are you going to do one?
Fuck you. Very much.
I found an old one the other day.
Go on, what have you got?
Del Preston from Wayne's World 2.
Fucking hell, go on.
Honestly, I don't know how, I don't know why, it just came into my head. So there we were at 3 o'clock in the morning, breaking into the sweet shop to fill a brandy glass with brown M&M's, so Rosie was not going to go on stage.
Oh, it's because it's
Excuse me, I've not finished. The shopkeeper and his son didn't have a guard dog. No, they had a bloody great big Bengal tiger. I managed to design the tiger with a can of mace that I keep on my purses, but the shopkeeper and his son was a different story altogether. I mean, I ought to beat them to death with their old shoes.
Because it's Danny the dealer from Withnail.
Yeah. It's also Captain Antilles from Star Wars Episode 1.
Yeah. He's everything everywhere, that guy. He's been around since forever.
Everyone everywhere all at once.
And for some reason that jumped in me. I was driving in my car.
If I spiked you, you'd know you'd been spoken to.
If I spiked you,
I just love that in Wayne's World 2, where he just keep coming back to him. It's just like, I had to beat them to death with their old shoes.
just telling that one, living off that one story. Oh my God, there's you and Ozzy. Yeah, that's right, that's me and
It's
Ozzy.
like fucking War Machine.
Who's that old lady? That's my old lady.
It's like War Machine in fucking Avengers 2, where he's like, boom, looking for this. I had to beat them to death with the shoes.
Yeah, that's the so yeah.
So I dropped in on the general, I said, boom, and then I beat him to death with his own shoes.
And then a little look of pride on his face, like, that's right. Yeah.
Love it. Okay, so speaking with Marvel Television, we're staying with Marvel Television. They've announced that following his upcoming appearance in the first season of Daredevil Born Again,
Dropping on Wednesday.
Can't wait.
Yeah, looking forward to that.
the Punisher is going to be getting his own Marvel special presentation.
Let's go.
It'll be a one-off, just like Werewolf by Night and the Guardians Holiday Special. It's going to be written by John Bernthal and alongside Reynaldo Marcus Green, who's also directing. Obviously, John Bernthal retaining as Frank Castle, and it should air in 2026.
Has he wrote anything before? Is he one of them
I don't know.
writers like Vin Diesel or something I wasn't aware of?
I don't know. It tickles me when people say Vin Diesel as a writer. I just see him sitting down at a table with a fucking pen and paper.
Once upon a time,
Hey,
there was a lovely little princess.
let's not knock Vin Diesel. He's a massive RPG player. He loves his D&D. He can create stories.
I know,
Right.
but I just think
I
it's
just don't-
weird.
it's just like with John doing it. I
John-
love him as.
They've basically gone to John Bernthal. You've done all the research.
Yeah.
What story out of all these Punisher comics since the 70s would you like to do?
Frankencastle.
Frankencastle. Oh, fuck me.
Well, it should drop in 2026, around about the
Space
same.
Punisher.
Well, if they're doing they're doing the Iron Wars, aren't they?
Yeah, well, are they? Don't know.
If they do his version where he's got the War Machine. on
Yeah.
his-
Yeah,
Cool.
Frank Castle.
I think they probably
War
just want to keep
Machine.
it grounded as fuck, though.
But
That's when
I-
where he lives and that's where it works.
Punisher War Journal or something like that. So something that's kind of his army days. I
Welcome
think
back,
might-
Frank.
would- yeah.
That's another good one, isn't it?
Yeah. In any of the who's the Irish writer?
Seamus or Potato?
No, who am I thinking of?
I don't know.
It'll come. Talk
Mrs. Brown.
Talk amongst yourselves.
Irish writer. I mean,
you know who I'm.
Finnegan Famine. Fucking Shillelagh Thomas.
Yeah. All right.
Father Ted.
My lovely horse.
There's a clip. Cheers. All right.
Where's it fucking gone?
Fucking what's his face off Star Trek: The Next Generation? The other fella. Yeah, Deep Space Nine and that. Whatever.
Carry on. I know who I'm talking about. I'll find him in a minute.
Still can't find it.
Fiddle-dee-dee, fiddle-dee-dee, fiddle-dee-diddle-dee.
Yeah, just carry on.
Jones. So, anyways, it should drop
Garth
around.
Ennis. Any of the Garth Ennis stuff would be good.
He hates Mondays and loves
Fuck
lasagna.
beans, how did we not get there?
Yes. How did you not?
It's the most Irish name in the world.
It's just like, I don't know why, but when you said writer, I just didn't think comic book writer at all. Right then, I don't know why. Don't ask me why.
You pair of dickheads.
Oh, shut up, you. As you were. Come on. We're still at Marvel.
Fiddly-dee,
We're still at Marvel.
and they all lived happily ever after.
Okay. So
Vin O'Diesel, the Irish writer. Potatoes.
potatoes.
Sticking with Marvel shows that aren't happening now.
Biodiesel. Sorry, that was a bad joke. That was a bad joke. Vin Biodiesel, because it's made of potato. Because I'm Irish. Oh, bad joke. Sorry.
Oh man.
No, well, if it's made of potato, it's not Vin. It's Pachin.
Jesus Christ. Anyway, Marvel things that aren't happening now. They're not moving ahead on Okoye. You know, the Black Panther spin-off that would have starred Denai Guerrera as the character, the head of the Dora Milaje. You know, we all wanted that spin-off just to see where she went after the end of Black Panther 2.
There would have been a massive amount of people that did, just not us.
I don't care.
Yeah.
Do not care at all. I mean, the thing is, they've got the animated series Eyes of Wakanda coming up, so anything that needs to involve that character can just go there. It doesn't need its own show. Other shows that were announced to be cancelled recently was Nova, which may actually be retooled as a TV series or potentially even just put on the back burner. Strange Academy
That would have been quite good.
and Terror Inc.
I mean, Terror Inc. I've never heard of.
Well,
and,
we're going to
and-
talk about
Yeah,
them
I
just
know
now.
you are.
Okay. So Nova would see Richard Rider rebuilding the Nova Corps after the demolition in the Infinity War, and they would go up against Annihilus, who was apparently supposed to be played by Henry Cavill. That was because he's been saying for a while that he's locked him in for a role. Annihilus was supposed to be Henry Cavill.
Oh, okay.
Of all people. Strange Academy was supposed to be Wong teaching the next generation of sorcerers.
I
which is
like
expected to cruise.
the Strange Academy comics, and
Never touched them.
and it basically
It's basically X-Men, but with magic.
well, it's basically MCU Hogwarts.
Yeah, well, there you go. And Terror Inc. would have included the comics character of Terror, who gains abilities and memories of others by grafting the limbs of superpowered people onto himself. And that series was expected to lead into the Midnight Suns movie.
Okay, now, like I say, never heard of this character.
Well,
Okay,
you may
but-
never have heard of him, Paul, but get your phone ready.
Get your phone ready.
Come on.
You see him coming?
Yeah, shh, come on. You may not have heard of him before, Paul, but ha ha! If you were making the Terror movie, if you were Terror himself, what powers would you steal? Ha ha!
Oh, well, I mean, I don't know about...
Can I clarify what? Sorry, John. Don't want me to be rude.
That's
Talk to the
okay.
back of your head. So you say he takes people's limbs?
Yes.
Well, body parts.
That's really
Any
dark. Then.
It's a bit like.
Yes.
Did you ever watch
Yeah.
the Men in Black cartoon when
So-
you were
so-
younger?
so-
No. There was a guy in there, Omega or Alpha, I think his name was, and he was an original Men in Black. Why are you looking at Mike? Look at me. I'm talking to you. There was a guy called Alpha. He was original Men in Black, and he realized that if he grafted alien parts onto himself, then he got the powers of the alien. So it's basically like that.
Yeah, well,
I'm not saying they stole the idea from
so
Men in Black
if
the
you-
animated series, but they stole the idea from Men in Black the animated series. Haha.
So, for instance, he needs an appendage, or
Yes.
off someone.
Yes.
So if somebody is so hard they can't take it off him, you can't have their powers.
Well, you'll find a way.
You find a way. You
Yes.
kryptonite this
So
shit.
say, for example, there's an alien who has, like they can spit acid, so he needs their special gland in their throat or whatever it is. So if he takes that out of him, put that on himself, he then gets that ability, but he also gains their memories. Haha. Yes.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah,
okay.
I mean,
That's actually.
there is a whole sort of body horror aspect.
It's a
to
bit
it.
like the TV series, what was it, Dead, like, iZombie? iZombie, yes, where she ate the
okay,
brains
yeah,
and she got the
alright.
memories. It's a bit like that.
Eats a bit of brain, and
Yeah.
But I also think that there's a potential sort of comedy take on this
I
because
drink your milkshake, I take your spleen.
yeah, I mean I mean
It's a bit weird, let's be
yeah,
honest.
I've just got this sort of vague thought about
This is live action, or is this-
Apparently live action, yeah.
Deadpool's reaction to this sort of shit, and it's like, so you can take anybody's body part
It's a bit-
and do and get their abilities and
Yeah.
powers.
For me, it's a bit like
does that include? Okay.
So it's like they listened to that line in Infinity War, or Endgame, whichever one it was, where Rocket Raccoon looks at the Winter Soldier and says, "I'm getting that arm," and made a TV series out of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm down with that. That'd be an amazing show.
I know what powers Mike wants.
Go on.
He wants to be Nightcrawler. Bamf.
Bam.
Bamf. Bamf. Ha Secret energy. Ha Bamf. 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 Thrill me. I'm teleporting. Now I'm here. Now I'm there. Now I'm here again. So what powers would you steal?
What powers would I steal? I would steal. Not bamfing. I don't really want to teleport. What do I want?
I
to
actually
do?
would, to be fair.
I'm gonna go for it.
Yes,
I am
no,
gonna
it
go for
enables you to.
No, just
Actually, I
travel,
I
yeah.
I would like the regenerated, like Deadpool or Wolverines to just.
But you often get your arms ripped off in work or anything like
and
that.
then just stick them back on, and just grow a new one, and just get. I just think that's fun.
All right.
I want to go to a tattoo parlour and just have them tattoo me and it just not work. And just see
What
me get
about?
frustrated.
So in that case, would you rather be maybe arm fall off boy, so you can take your limbs off and just have them do what they do?
No,
and bring them
because
back?
that what Nathan Fillion and
Yeah,
no, I
yeah.
don't like
The
that.
detachable kid.
The detachable kid. That is for a stupid film.
It's a great power.
That has a stupid character.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And it's not a good power
Yeah.
at all. Absolutely rubbish.
That's weird. I forgot that he'd be playing two characters that exist in the DC universe.
Yeah.
That's weird. Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah.
Do you reckon they're going to make the Detachable Kid a relation to Guy Gardner? Because technically, in theory, Suicide Squad happened within the DCU.
Maybe.
The Suicide
The
Squad.
Suicide
did.
Squad. Well,
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Suicide Squad
the
did.
original one kind of, sort of happens as well.
As sort of.
Sort of, yeah.
A bit.
Yeah.
And bits of it didn't.
Bits
Ah,
and
Ju-
bits,
Just
yeah.
like most
Most of Peacemaker did.
most
but
of
yeah.
Peacemaker did, except the
Except
end.
for that bit, yeah. Yeah.
Which is
So go on, what powers are you going to nick then?
I've always, Doctor Who fan. I've always been partial to time travel.
So who's got time travel powers that you can steal off their body?
Well, Kang,
That's not part of his body.
is it not?
No, he has to use the time
Bishop?
chair. Bishop uses the time slider device. So you'd have to have someone who has time travel as part of their actual biological power set.
There must be somebody who has it as
Hero from Heroes. Yatta!
Yatta.
Dr. Manhattan.
Yes.
There you go. Because
Yeah.
then you can just picture all
You
of
can
it.
see it
You
all at once. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's technically time travel as far
Yeah.
as I'm concerned.
Technically.
Yeah. So
The ability to walk around naked at
And
100.
not spoil anything for anyone. What a fucking gen. What a gen.
Yeah.
100
If I was
feet
him, I'd be a
tall.
knobhead.
I know, just like-
I'd be like, yeah, I know. Say what? You know, just,
it's like, oh yeah, Deadpool and Wolverine's coming out. Do you know what's going to happen in it? Yeah.
yeah.
Will you tell me? No. No. Or just be just like,
do you want a cup of tea? Yeah,
Oh,
I'll
yeah.
have that. And when they drink it, go, I knew that was too hot for your mouth. I
Yeah.
saw it last
or
time.
you could be just like, yeah, it just sits down for the film, and just goes, dies at the end, you know.
yeah.
Or you can fuck up like Deadpool and Wolverine was coming out. You could go into it. Oh yeah, Ghost Rider's in this, and then he watches the I got you. Dr. Manhattan's the biggest tit in the world,
Yeah.
literally, because he can grow and yeah. It's fucking. Yeah.
I don't know what appendage I'd take off him as well. Final answer. Dougie Manhattan, let's go.
He could be a proper because he duplicates himself.
I'm already bald. I don't care.
He duplicates himself like 20 times and then just fucking teabag you 50, over
Oh,
and
mate,
over
honestly,
again.
This shop would be so fucking efficient if I could double myself so many times. That'd be amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what
And be at home shagging your wife as well at the
Yeah,
same time.
why
there you
not?
go.
Yeah, let's
Oi.
go.
Fucking, yeah.
I'll send two. There you go. Spoiler.
It's your birthday, love. Crack on. You get disappointed twice.
As you
Right.
were. Yeah. That's it.
Right. Okay. I know we've already talked about DC. We've already talked about Marvel. Let's talk about them both. Because at the recent Comics Pro Expo, editors-in-chief of Marvel and DC, C.B. Cebulski and Marie Javins took to the stage to announce that they are working on a new crossover.
Well, they've just done omnibus editions of DC versus Marvel.
That's why I said a new crossover.
And the Amalgam universe. So they were talking about that, and
Yeah.
this is leading into
Well,
something new,
yeah.
apparently.
There's at least two new one-shots coming. You've got DC Marvel and Marvel DC. Okay, no creative team has announced the present, but there was a joke actually by Cebulski basically saying, I think it was Cebulski saying, oh, do we get to put loads of fart jokes in this one with this? We'll be scratch and sniff as well because of the Harley Quinn comic that's just come out that's all scratch and sniff and smells like farts.
Okay. As you do.
Which Javin said, I've actually got some of the contact sheets in my room if you want to come and have a little sniff of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Come to my hotel room and have a sniff.
Smell my farts.
It's like somebody took them tweets too serious about her needing a
Smell
tongue punch in the
my
fart box.
I actually saw this week Seth Green and Tara Strong on TikTok. They were doing a thing where they were doing like it was Chris Griffin and Harley Quinn. were doing,
Willow's
like-
exes.
Yeah, they were doing
No, sorry, not Tara Strong.
Yeah.
It's yeah.
Tara Strong's the voice actress.
Yes.
Yeah. They were doing like Chris Griffin and Harley Quinn were having just an audio only date. So he's just like,
you sound really nice, and I like the sound of it. And she's just like, oh yeah, putting blah blah blah. It's going on, and he's just like, yeah, we can do really creepy stuff. Like I wouldn't care because you sound hot. Like you could dress like a clown, and it really wouldn't bother me. And she's like, well, that's swell. That's convenient, isn't it? And it's like, I'm all about female empowerment. Like I have a shotgun, I have a hammer, I have a massive baseball bat, and he's just like, oh yeah, hit me with it, turns me on, and all this. It's being fucking creepy as anything. It's what. Just try and find it on TikTok. It is creepy as fuck. But it's
have you
funny.
seen the ones of him doing Anakin's parts?
Yeah.
With the guy who did the brain. Doing Obi-Wan's bit.
Rob Paulson. Yeah.
Fuck, he's so funny.
Yeah.
So funny.
Yeah. You were the chosen one, all that kind of stuff. Yeah. I hate you. Yeah. Okay, some other little bits and bobs. Shrek 5 is on its way. They just dropped the trailer this week confirming that Zendaya again, will voice Shrek and Fiona's daughter, Felicia. No word at this time who's voicing the two boys, because obviously there's two other boys, Fergus and Farkle or something like that they're called. But people are up in arms at the character redesign based upon the new Puss in Boots movie, so they slightly redesigned Shrek and everyone. Personally, I'm not asked. My actual thought is just enjoy the fucking movie, for one. And who gives a shit? Just tells me that it's been almost 20 years since the last Shrek movie. Maybe, just maybe, they've got a bit better at doing animation, and that's why it looks different. Fucking enjoy it. I don't give a flying fuck. But one thing, actually, the fact that the boys aren't in it, it reminds me of a line from Shrek 1. So Shrek 1, he's talking about, like, because in Shrek 4, I think it is, the ogres are calling him a little ogre and stuff like that. He's supposed to be a small one. He's supposed to be like the runt of his family. And in Shrek 1, he says about because he was the runt, his dad tried to eat him. and that's why he ran away, and that's why he lives on his own and everything like that. And there's a theory there that he's never been named, which is why Shrek says, what's your name? He goes, when Donkey says, what's your name? He goes, Shrek. So it's like he's making up his own name for the first time. But so based upon that, the fact that ogres will eat their own young, is it possible that Shrek ate his two sons? And that's why they're not in this movie.
Okay, that took a dark turn.
Maybe Fiona at one as well.
Yeah.
Shared one night.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah, there we go. Okay. Also, and then we don't really talk about this, but we're doing it now because this is big news. The Harry Potter TV series has started casting.
Mm-hmm.
They have cast the fucking legend that is John Lithgow as Dumbledore.
Yeah, I can see that.
Oh, fuck you. Take my money.
It was
Take
all
it
rumoured.
twice. I
Variety-
am now officially a Harry Potter fan.
Variety were just like, yeah, the pitch has got the.
Can I bring my missus now and tell her?
If you want, yeah.
That is
Yeah.
fucking great
If
news.
you want, yeah,
Oh
go
my
for it. We
God.
got a reaction on the show. Saying the Variety was saying, yeah, they've put the offer out to him and stuff. And then I saw an interview with him where he was getting interviewed by someone, and he was sitting at home and he had his bookcase behind him, and they were just like, I'm just trying to have a look to see if there's any Harry Potter books on the shelf there. And he said, haha, yeah, there isn't yet, but there will be, because obviously, yeah, I'm going to be playing Dumbledore, blah blah. So he confirmed it himself in an interview. The only thing is, John Lithgow's 79 years old. If they're doing a series a year, he's going to be in his late 80s by the time the series is done. And it's just really worried that what if he passes away halfway through like did happened last time?
Yeah,
I don't want another
They kind
recast.
of haven't learnt their lesson from Richard Harris.
But you know what? It's a fucking great choice. And it shows that they're not bound by... obviously, when they did the original movies, they were bound by like only British people in the cast. Well, now it's find the best fucking actor.
Yeah.
And speaking of best actors, there's a rumour that Phoebe Waller-Bridge is going to be playing Aunt Petunia.
Let's go.
That would work.
That's going to be amazing.
I like the rumour of Paparazzi as Snape.
And Snape, potentially, yeah.
That would really... I
I
like...
prefer Papa Lazarou as Snape. Hello, Dave!
Hello,
Dave!
Hello, Harry Potter!
Can you do your portions, Dave?
You're my people now.
He who shall not be named.
We got to that episode of League of Gentlemen with Joshua, and his just sometimes watching stuff with Joshua, and we know what's coming, but he doesn't, and just so I'll watch his reaction rather than it's like there's a thing we'll talk about very shortly, and just his reaction it's just priceless. Sometimes he's sitting there going, "What the fuck?"
I love League. I actually finished Inside Number 9. I watched that recently.
Never
finished.
seen it.
God, you'd love it.
I know. Well, I've got like 9 seasons to binge at some point. So
Yeah. Well, there's no. I say we know she might be playing Aunt Petunia because one of the writers on the show is like her best mate. So it kind of makes sense that she'll be on there. No word on who Uncle Portions is going to be played by at this time. But in my head, if you get an Ears and Petunia, Nick Frost, it's right there.
Yeah.
Nick Frost is
works.
Uncle Portions.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
Let's go. All right. Okay. Last of Us Season 2 is happening.
Let's go.
It's coming soon. And everyone's favourite post-apocalyptic show about mushroom zombies. Which, by the way, mushroom zombies are real.
Yes.
Okay. So everyone knows about, obviously, the ants that get overtaken. Yeah. It's happening in spiders now. Spiders that live in Wales. So it's very, very close to home. It's mutated. It's mutated and is cross-species and is now working on spiders. And these spiders love man-made structures. They don't like to be outside in the wilds or anything like that. They like to be indoors in man-made structures, such as cellars and basements and anything that kind of thing. Potentially even railway arches.
I'm not in Wales. Give a shit.
So yeah, so that's it's happening. But yeah, Season 2 will premiere on April 13th, so not long now until everyone gets up in arms about the show, just like they did about the game. No spoilers there. But HBO's Francesca Orsi who's overseeing everything. She says that she sees the show running for about 4 seasons in total. So there's going to be lots of fun in our future, guy. So shut up.
Fuck.
Work is continuing on the Friday the 13th TV series Crystal Lake. And recently we heard a hot rumour that Linda Cardellini, and hot in multiple reasons there, is being lined up to play Pamela Voorhees, Jason's ma. Now, previous showrunner Brian Fuller, who's now been replaced by Brad Caleb Kane, he has described the show as a pre-remakequel.
Shut up, you
Whatever that
pretentious
means.
fuck.
They
You
made
pretentious
that up.
knobhead.
So, that to me, and this is what I would do. If it were me, I'd do it like Hannibal. And I'd start with original stories and then start to adapt the other ones, like how they did Red Dragon towards the end.
Yeah,
so,
that's nice.
So pre-remakequel. So you show the early days of when Jason first drowned and
Call
everything
it
like that,
prequel.
and his ma doing the
Call
first
it a
killings.
fucking prequel.
Remake the first one where she's the killer, and then you go quel. So you bring in Jason from there on after that.
Just a prequel, isn't it?
Yeah. So just retell the whole fucking story, start to finish.
Yeah, and if you keep going long enough, you might even end up in space.
In space, exactly. Yeah. Now, the last news story we've got here is an interesting one because we were all excited this last couple of weeks because it was confirmed that Buffy is going to be rebooted. The reboot is in development after a lot of speculation. Eternals director Chloe Zhao will direct the pilot, so expect to fall asleep. And she's going to executive produce with Nola and Lila Zuckerman as showrunners. Sarah Michelle Gellar has spoken to all of them. But she's not confirmed whether she's on board to come on the show. It's called fucking Buffy, for God's sakes. It's going to be very difficult to do the show otherwise.
Yeah. We're actually rewatching this at the moment. Joshua has never watched Buffy and Angel and has decided, you know what, I'm going to give this a go, and has just independently off his own back started watching. And it's like, yeah, fuck it. We'll watch it with you.
Does he know where to alternate the episodes?
I have had this conversation with him, and while his mother is right. So.
Okay,
Yeah.
strap in, folks.
Strap in, folks.
Strap on.
So, Kath at the moment is working her way back through the CWDC shows.
Uh-huh.
So she watched Arrow, and now she's watching Flash.
Okay.
So that means when you get to the crossovers,
Yes.
it doesn't fucking work, does it? Because it's like you're watching one episode of Crisis on Infinite Earth per show.
Yes.
You're coming in the middle of basically a 5-hour movie, and then you're which is why I couldn't re-watch the CW verse without having everything and being able to thread
Not for
it
this
all
episode, but now it needs
thread it all in the right order. And Joshua is more like us, or certainly like me, and will be watching them. I've literally found a web page for him that shows him what order they need to be watched in to maintain continuity of storyline when there are crossovers.
I have an Excel document somewhere with the correct order to watch the Clone Wars animated series in.
So do I.
Pops
Yes,
about, yeah.
yes, and I did that with the X-Files. Last time I watched the X-Files, I slotted in Millennium
Movies and Millennium.
and the
The
Lone Gunman.
Yeah.
So, but the thing is,
I always forget about that,
next
yeah.
time I do that, I'll have an extra, 3 seasons to add on the
Yeah,
end
yeah,
after the 2 movies. But, so the reaction moment that we watched yesterday, that I was watching him rather than the telly was so we're in season 2. And the
Fire the Eliza Dush cannon.
no, that's season 3.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Sorry.
No, it is Slayer related.
Ready the Eliza Dush cannon.
So it's the end. It's the end of the first part of a 2-parter, and Buffy goes, "Who the hell are you?" "I'm Kendra, the Vampire Slayer."
Oh God, I hate
What?
I hated that character.
Yes, I mean, admittedly, the accent is a bit of a choice.
Please don't keep doing it.
Yeah,
Again.
the accent is a bit of a choice, and Joshua had thoughts, but yeah, his reaction, and we literally left it there. So we watched the second part 24 hours later.
So he watched it, and his whole reaction was Wagwan.
So, but yeah, he's just seen Angel go bad.
Angelus.
As Angelus. Now, can I just point out something that was pointed out to me many, many years ago about the whole, one moment of true happiness and Angel's curse is broken and he becomes Angelus again. Mm-hmm. So it's not actually the sex that does it.
It's the orgasm.
No, it's not the sex. It's not the orgasm. It happens afterwards during the afterglow. It's the snuggling that does it.
Right.
Yeah.
Pussy.
That's the shagging was fine. It was the one moment of pure happiness was the aftermath.
See, for me, it's the coming.
Well, that's you. But for Amy,
me too. I'm a fan of that. No.
I'll zip up again, though. Sorry.
If you listen carefully throughout this episode, you'll just hear this noise periodically.
This.
I'll put it away.
But yes, we're enjoying for us revisiting Angel.
Well, you're enjoying it right
Buffy
now,
and
anyway.
watching.
But it's going to be a bit sad to watch some episodes coming up before too long, because there is one cast member who will not be coming back for the Buffy remake, which moves us on to our Graveyard Dead section. Michelle Trachtenberg has passed away.
Yeah.
Don't sound too happy. You want to pull fucking out? Yep. Yeah, she's dead. Fucking hell. Obviously,
Next.
she was. Yeah. She was obviously on Buffy. She was in the movie Road Trip. She was. Scotty doesn't know. Great fucking song from that movie. She's in that. Gossip Girl. She was in that TV series. She was Harriet the Spy. I know her from Pete and Pete because I'm that old. But yeah, she did a load of stuff.
What did you point out? Cop Out.
Cop Out. Yeah.
Oh
she's
yeah,
a daughter in Cop Out.
yeah. I forgot about that. Yeah. Other people who've died this week, because fucking everyone's died this week apparently. As you already previously mentioned, the guy off the Eggheads died. Gene Hackman passed away. Well, I say this week.
Yeah.
That's a messed up.
So, I'm sure everyone who listens to the show has already known that he was found dead at home, as was his wife and his dog. Yep. He had 3 dogs, 2 of which were alive. One was dead in a cupboard. He himself was found in the kitchen in an advanced state of decomposition. His wife was found in a bathroom, again under advanced state of decomposition, but also partial mummification coming on because of the atmosphere that she'd been found in. Pills were strewn around the room in the bathroom as well. And data from his pacemaker says that he died on February 17th. That's the last time it worked.
God damn.
So the guy was only found a couple of days ago, so he'd been dead for well over a week, almost 2 weeks before they found him.
Seriously fucked.
Yeah, crazy story. We still don't know the cause of death. They've ruled out carbon monoxide poisoning, which for me, I would have thought that's what it'd be. But apparently the front door was left open, so there was ventilation. He was found by a handyman who'd gone over to check on the property, and he said he'd last seen him 2 weeks ago. So, yeah, don't know what's going on.
One of the things that I either saw or read was that it's all speculation, isn't it? Nobody's going to know that he's had a heart attack.
And
she's died of just being.
She topped herself.
Incredibly sad.
Yeah, that's what I read. As a
but the
prevailing
fact that
theory.
there was 3 dogs and one of them was in a cupboard.
Yeah, I think they took the favourite out with them. Weird. Very strange. But he was 95. She's, 67 or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
he,
a body of work. An absolute,
he retired like 20 years ago.
Absolute body of work.
He was
Good.
he was
I want these actors to do this. It's like Connery. When Connery retired, he had 20 years of drinking wine, drinking whiskey, and playing
golf. Yeah.
Well,
Good lad.
Gene Hackman, he literally went on a talk show one day and they just went, so what's next for you? He went, to be honest with you, I think I'm done.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any more roles for me out there.
Like
So,
Jack Nicholson.
yeah.
Jack Nicholson retiring.
He just sits at the basketball
Yeah,
rally.
just
That's all he does. Sits
Do
at the
you,
basketball.
man? Absolutely.
Yeah, he's a good
Retire.
fella.
Actually retire.
Obviously, Gene Hackman, well known. He was the original Lex Luthor on the
Yes.
Superman movies. He was
Yes.
in the Royal Tenenbaums. He was in Unforgiven. He was in Ants. Everyone's
was he?
favourite movie.
He was in
That's,
Ants.
that was
It's
about
not a
bugs.
Bug's Life.
Yeah, yeah. Roberto Bob Orsi also died.
One of the guys that really kind
Should
of
we call him a cunt?
rebooted Star Trek for us.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
was also one of the brains behind the Transformers movies as well. Weirdly,
I read up on him as well. After
yeah.
you guys put it on the
He's
WhatsApp
gone,
group, and
yeah.
I was like, I need to at least know who these people are if we're going to talk about them on Saturday.
yeah.
Yeah.
it's
But
crazy.
yeah, that's also super sad.
Lynn Marie Stewart died this week, who you will know as she was on previous Playhouse. She's also Charlie's mum on Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Yeah, she was in the Pee Wee Herman movies as well. Yeah, sad times. And the saddest one for me is not on the list. Henry Kelly, host of Going for Gold, passed away this week.
Going for gold.
Didn't know that.
I thought he was long dead.
The heat is on. The time is right. The time for you to take a chance. I used
We
to
don't
watch
need a
that
theme tune this
I
month.
used to
We've got-
watch that show all the time.
It was weird though, because it was just like, okay, here's this BBC One game show in the middle of the fucking day. Here's contestants from Sweden.
From Sweden
And France.
and Belgium, but it's all in English.
Yeah. And it's filmed in like Television Centre or something like
Yeah.
that. What the fuck? Yeah. Weird show. Weird show.
It was like Eurovision, the game show.
Yeah. Very strange.
With an Irish presenter.
I can't think. Did he do anything else besides that?
Game for a Laugh. Game
yeah.
for a Laugh was the thing that he kind of I
Did
remember
first.
him
But-
first from.
Going for Gold, like, is big things. Like,
Yeah.
it's like, that's it. I'm done. Like Bob Holness.
Did have a banging tune though. I mean,
Yeah,
that
like
was-
Bob
wasn't-
Holness was just
didn't
like,
he-
I've got
didn't-
blockbusters, don't need fuck all else.
Wasn't
This is
he
me.
like a Radio 2
Yeah, he did.
presenter
did
for a
lot of
long
radio.
time?
Yeah, I'm sure he did a lot of radio. But in terms of TV, he's like, nah, this is my jam. I'm fine. Strange. Well, that is the end of the news section. Obviously, we've had a lot to talk about there and a lot of dead people as well. So
Yeah.
I'm going to hand over to Paul now to talk about someone who can never die, only regenerate. It's time for Doctor Who news.
Hold on to your lapels, Chessington. It's the Doctor Who news.
Go on.
And we're back. While the media concentrates its energies on unfounded rumours of the series cancellation, which have been quickly debunked by the BBC, and the retirement of what's his name again?
Thank you.
Rumours of his retirement from the role.
Do that one. Doug's in the middle of something. Jesus Christ.
The good news is that we have a date. The new series of
We got
Doctor
married,
Who.
Paul.
Where are we going?
The new series of Doctor Who will return to BBC One, iPlayer, and Disney Plus on Saturday, the 12th of April.
How can the new series return if it hasn't been there yet? Grammar, Paul. Grammar, Paul. Grammar.
What about grammar?
She loves you, Grandma. We do. Yeah.
In
fact, yeah, I always say that you as a kid looked
you've
like
got until the 12th of April to catch up, motherfucker.
Right. Okay. I can't even pretend to do it. I can't even pretend to get it done.
I love how friendly he is towards you.
Right. I've got a WhatsApp group now. I'm at Jodie.
Yes.
Send me a list of the episodes I need to watch to get me to. Oh God, Gatois. Thank you.
Okay.
You're the best.
Yeah, I can do
You're the
that.
best.
I can do you a cut down Jodie Whittaker era.
And give.
Don't watch any.
Oh, come on.
I mean, I obviously,
No.
as a rule, I want to watch the first episode of every season, the last
Yeah.
episode of every season, because I do that anyway.
Yeah.
And just show me where to go.
Okay.
That's fine.
Give me a Doctor Who prescription.
I mean, to be fair, you can
Don't because Paul
probably
is the Harold Shipman of Doctor Who.
you can easily skip all three of the New Year's specials. It means that
Unless you like
already
Daleks. Unless you like Daleks.
unless you really want to see Jodie fighting the Daleks multiple times.
You said don't.
But
I know fuck all. You're aware of this. So just send me the list of the ones. Try and keep it to like.
To be fair, one's got the Irish lass in it. And that's
under
good, that one.
try and keep it to under 10 hours worth of.
Aisling
viewing
B.
for it.
yeah,
So,
Aisling beer, as
Yeah.
Joshua
So if
calls
you give
them.
me 10 hours worth,
I desperately
I can
want
get
him
that
to
done
work
in a
with her
month.
one day, just so that I can get him to admit to her that he completely mispronounced her name.
Okay.
Anyway, guest casting has now been announced for the forthcoming season to
Little bit.
include a return appearance by Alan Cumming.
Oh my.
He is playing a happy, funny sing-along cartoon called Mr. Ring-a-Ding.
All right.
Okay, and for
I'm
those
saying Nottingham with my surname.
Yeah.
Saying Nottingham.
And then for those of us who love slow horses on Apple TV, Christopher Chung, who is best
Really?
known as
You've
Roddy
kept it
Ho.
quiet?
What?
You've kept your love for slow horses
That I
quiet?
like. Slow horses, great. Gary Oldman is just like the best thing ever in that.
It means the Grand National shit, like, but you know.
Okay. The one thing, so yeah, Christopher Chung is best known as Roddy Ho. Will his Doctor Who character Cassio be more or less of a cunt than Roddy? Time will tell.
I don't know. Couldn't tell you.
BBC Books have also announced a pair of new printed adventures for the Doctor and his new companion. That's Belinda Chandra, who's played by Varada Sethu. Fear Death
I
by
always say, I
Water.
think they're going to say Belinda Carlisle. When they say Belinda, my mind just fills in the blank with Carlisle for some reason.
Because you're a child of the 80s.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's why.
absolutely.
That is-
We're all
that is-
picturing her now. She's a 10. There you go.
There you go.
So Fear Death by Water is written by Emily Cook, who is a DWM writer. She was also the driving force behind the Lockdown series of tweet-alongs and
There was a kid at my
original
school who had that
adventures.
fear. Dirty
Yeah.
bastard.
Spectral Scream is by Hannah Ferguson, I suspect is how it's pronounced, even though it's not spelt
Let's
that
have
way.
a look. Where is it? Ferguson.
Yeah, something like that. Who is a freelance
spelled in
editor
Scottish
and
phonetic.
former literary agent. Their first novel, The Infinite Miles, was named one of Book Riot's most...
Sorry, I mispronounced that. It's Hannah Family Ness. That was it, yeah. So.
The Infinite Miles was named one of Book Riot's most anticipated reads of 2023. Audiobooks are also going to be available, read by Susan Twist and Michelle Asante. In just a couple of weeks, it will be the 20th anniversary of Doctor Who's return to television, starring
Feel old
Christopher
kids.
Eccleston as the Doctor and Billy
Wow,
Piper.
that's only been 20 years.
Yeah.
20 years.
Oh, God.
What do you remember?
I watched it.
You
Oh, yeah,
you
because,
watched Rose.
I mean, we're talking 20 years ago. I'd have been in my early 20s.
Yeah.
So I remember
I was 21.
Sylvester McCoy.
Well, 20.
I remember that. It scared the
Yeah.
shit out of me because it was late 80s?
Yep.
Late 80s.
Finished
So,
in 89.
87 to 89.
so I'm under the age of 10 and
Yeah.
I'm watching that and I was like, whoa, this is... And it's like Doctor Who's coming back. I was like, okay, cool. Let's see what they do.
Yeah.
The first episode is the one with the mannequins. Is that
Yep.
right?
Yes,
yeah,
Rose.
so I remember
Yeah.
that being like, oh, this is a real... Even at the age of
Good
20,
entry level Doctor
I
Who.
was like, this is kind of cool, and they're obviously it's the BBC, it's not Hollywood. But there's-
What?
No, sorry, John, not you. And they're doing it in a cheap way, but still making it good. And I watched it and I enjoyed it. Then David Tennant took over and I watched that as well. And then I just kind of wafted off away from it because it's not my.
This is me swanning off. See you later.
Yeah, well, I've got.
Hello, life.
I've got a pop,
Yes, I can.
I've
Listen,
got a
here I am.
pop culture
This is me,
tattoo on
swan
my arm
off.
that starts here and ends at my wrist, and it is full of everything that I love, and Doctor Who isn't on there.
Yeah.
That's the best way for me to describe it.
Okay.
James Bond's on there.
It's mostly the clangers and the flumps for some reason.
Yeah. I mean, the one tattoo I've got is a Doctor Who tattoo.
Exactly.
And I don't have any because I'm not going to sully my body so I get into heaven.
Are you Jewish?
Partially.
Oh, pumpkin, have you? Oh, you took some.
I'm Jewish.
Jewish. Oh.
Jewish, yeah.
Something else we've got in
God,
common then.
leave mine alone. I need all the help I can get. I'm not taking anything off mine.
That's why he wants Dr. Manhattan powers.
Hey!
I thought I made that so clear. I just want his big blue dick. There's your clip.
So
I mean, it is lush, innit?
There's your second
it
clip.
was, for me, I remember it being like it was such a big deal.
Yeah.
It was like you could not go anywhere without walking past one of those
It's also
billboards.
for people like yourself that are like the Uber fans.
Yeah.
You know, how long did you go without?
16 years.
So it's like,
Well, 1996
Yeah.
So, like,
was the
9 years.
McGann movie.
I understand because of Star Wars. I understand going such a long time without and then finally getting some more. And it's
Yeah.
like, oh, you fucking starved.
I know the feeling.
Oh, babes. Oh, sorry. We'll find something.
Alright, yeah.
It's fine. Yeah, so I do get it, but I never really thought of it that way because I'm not a super fan of Doctor Who.
But you understand
I
from other
completely
stuff.
understand.
Yeah. No, it was such a bit, but it wasn't just. They weren't doing it just for us. They made it this big, massive thing that everybody knew was coming. You could not move for.
Do you want to come with me?
Yeah. That teaser
You didn't say
trailer.
Scouts is that like, but you know.
That brilliant teaser trailer.
Get in me fucking box, girl.
And then by Christmas you would go into. So this age is it? Toys R Us, and you had
Woolworths.
a massive Woolworths, yeah, and you would have a massive Doctor Who section of toys and
Destroying Cassandra, the best toy you ever played with. It's literally just a rectangle of plastic with a hole in the middle. It's the worst fucking toy. You never seen it?
No.
You find the
I'll
picture
find it,
while
yeah.
I keep talking because this story though is so. Big Finish have announced that they are finally pairing Christopher Eccleston and Billie Piper back up together as the Doctor and Rose. So Christopher Eccleston has done a dozen episodes as the Doctor solo.
So this is, you remember Cassandra from the early days? Like, she's just a big bit of skin. So that's what the regular toy looks like, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, cool, yeah. That's what every kid wants to play with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then they also brought out Destroy Cassandra.
That's fucking genius.
Literally.
That's genius.
That's fucking rectangle.
It doesn't even come with it.
No.
So you can change it.
I know,
at a
it's
later date when
literally
you
just
play
an
it.
empty
Wow.
frame. It's the worst toy.
It's up there with the various versions of like David Tennant's Doctor that they did because it's like
Well, at least you can play with them.
here is the model, and then we'll just repaint. We'll
just paint it.
repaint the suit.
Yeah, but at least you can still play with that. And then
Honestly,
same sculpt, repainted.
yeah, you could.
I'm
do,
not sure
you
we've
could do
ever
that,
like done this
multi-doctor.
before, but like, who's your favourite Doctor?
Patrick Troughton.
Which one was he?
Second.
He was the second
The
Doctor.
second Doctor.
So he was the guy who I feel had the hardest job because he had to prove that you
not
could.
a Doctor.
Yeah.
It's not licensed in practice
You
medicine.
had to. He was the guy who had to prove that
That
you
should be
could.
the new thing. Sorry, we should do the terms and conditions every time. Say, Doctor Who, not a real Doctor.
Who's your favourite Doctor? Shipman.
Not a real Doctor.
McCoy. Crusher.
Quinn, medicine woman.
Not a real Doctor.
Doug Ross from ER.
Give me the shooter.
Shoot you.
God, what? Not
Thank
a real
you.
Doctor.
I think my favourite Doctor would be Doctor. Give me the news. I got a bad case of loving you. So it's got a very long hyphenated surname.
I thought it was. You missed out his first name.
No, I didn't.
It's Doctor.
I said my favourite Doctor is Doctor. Give me the news. I got a bad case. So he's Doctor. Doctor. Give me the news. I got a bad case of loving you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the whole thing I was going for, Paul.
Yeah.
Who's mine? You asked, Doug.
Yes, I did.
Mine is probably the guy who had the hardest job when he took on the role. Mine would be Peter Davison because he had to take over from Tom fucking Baker, who'd been there for 7 years. So yeah, and was beloved by everyone. So yeah, Peter Davison is mine.
Tom Baker's your favourite, though.
No. Peter Davison is my favourite Doctor.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, he's always been, to my understanding, kind of the one you started with as well.
Yeah, no. I started with Pertwee.
Oh, okay.
Because I started when we had the old UK Gold repeats in the early 90s, and they started from basically the colour episodes onwards. So I began at like Spearheads from Space and moved my way through from there. So I did get to see Pertwee and Tom Baker as well. But then when it got to Davison, that's when I was like, ooh, I like this show. Yeah. You know, and then I was like, I'm not missing an episode, and I watched all of them from there on out. So I got to see all of Davison, all of Colin, and then all of Sylv. Yeah. And then obviously when they go back around again, start repeating the old ones again, I got to watch Pertwee and Tom Baker properly that time. So I was fully, conversant with the concept of regeneration and everything like that. And then the McCann movie came up, and I watched all that. I remember buying the VHS tape from Sainsbury's, and it started with like almost like a previously on Doctor Who. We had that advert for BBC Video, and it had all the regenerations in order. So Hartnell, a few clips from Hartnell episodes, then it regenerates into Troughton, then it showed a few clips from episode, and then it regenerates. So it was like this like 4 or 5 minute long advert basically for all of Doctor Who.
Very cool.
And yeah, I still remember that to this day vividly, the introductions to that. And yes, it did have the old BBC Video intro on it. Yeah. And it was the uncut version because I got to see him getting shot.
Well, wasn't entirely uncut.
Well, yeah, it was close.
We didn't get that until the DVD.
Yeah, well, it was uncut. It was
uncut compared to what we got on telly.
Yeah.
Uncut compared to Mike's dick.
Yes. It's bigger on the inside, ladies.
So yeah, so we are getting 12.
Bigger than a jelly bean.
We are getting 12 more episodes set during that first season of the Ninth Doctor and Bros.
Oh yeah.
Expect more Jackie Tyler, more Powell Estate, and
Oh yeah, the Powell Estate.
More Bad Wolf references. Fantastic.
Yeah. No Mickey though. No Mickey for reasons.
No
Captain Jack.
No Captain Jack either.
No.
I was just about to bring that up. Is there anything ever going to happen with Torchwood again, or is that gone?
Torchwood's still going.
Big Finish doing Torchwood.
Never stopped.
I can't believe he's called Big Finish.
Yeah,
I know. Every time I hear it.
Well, the thing is there is an episode of Torchwood that they're not allowed to put out right now because it features Yanto Jones, it features David Tennant as the 10th Doctor, but also features John Barrowman. And it was literally just about to release when all the Bannerman stuff came out.
It was going to be.
Oh, is he another one?
He
likes to get his dick out.
It was going to be the 50th Torchwood monthly release, and then it got cancelled along with Barrowman.
It's not cancelled. It's just very much postponed
until never.
So what's Barrowman been up to then?
He likes to get his dick out.
Yeah, he's a silly boy.
How are you supposed to have sex if you don't get it out?
No, like on set. So he'll walk up behind. So say for example we're on set, and it's gonna be.
Is he playing dick tick?
So he like you'd be setting up the scene and stuff like that, and he'd just stand behind someone like that, and he'd unzip and just like put it on the shoulder and stuff like that until they noticed.
Yeah.
And he'd just do stuff like that. He'd just walk on set with no clothes on and go, right, are we ready to do the scene? Oh wait, no, I'm not. Things like that.
So essentially, it's like living with me.
The thing is, this was
there
not.
There is an art to dick tick, right?
This
you can't get caught.
Oh no, yeah.
This was.
And then when you do get caught, you win.
Thing about Barrowman was this was not a secret. He had already been called out about it and had apologised.
That's why he got fired from Live and Kicking back in the day.
It got brought back up when all the stuff with
Mickey Noel Clark.
With Noel Clark came out.
Noel Clark likes to do casting couches.
Noel Clark, who has basically had his career destroyed, and then nothing has basically
I'm making this
come
film.
of the allegation.
There's no topless scene in it, but get your kit off. I need to see what you look like naked. Yeah, that's Noel Clark.
Mm.
Yeah,
So to be fair, Barrowman was
allegedly. All of this is alleged.
Barrowman was more collateral damage from that.
Yeah.
He's a silly boy, but
everyone knew he was a silly boy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But
no one had a problem with it at the time. They only have a problem with it 15 years later. You know what I mean? It's one of them situations. Yeah. So people don't say something to your face at the actual fucking time. Apparently, they wait until time's passed and then.
And then if two of them say it's then not a coincidence. It's going to be something that people. Yeah. Fucking.
I don't know. Oh yeah. Well, I think this. I'll tell you what. Well, I'll back you up on that, and then it's all that kind of stuff.
Spoilers. He's going to show up in the Jodie episode.
You're going to see.
You'll
see him one more time at least.
But I like the character.
But
he is good.
He was.
Oh shit! Is it the? Oh no! I think that might have been Tennant.
What?
There's like a a missile silo. They're sending people off planet.
Yeah.
Is that Tennant?
Yeah, that's Tennant.
Okay, fair.
He
Yeah,
comes.
we're gonna tell me
That's
how-
Utopia.
He
What's
comes
that one?
Yeah.
Yeah, he comes back for Jodie.
Yeah.
He was that storyline was
He
supposed
comes
to
back for Bradley Walsh.
Yeah. That storyline was going to continue, but because he got cancelled,
Yeah.
he got swapped in by he got replaced by the guy from Game of Thrones,
Oh yeah.
who's now Interview with the Vampire.
Yeah. You'll see him when he gets a Flux.
Yeah. You will have to watch all 6 episodes of Flux.
I'm sorry.
Just send me the.
There's only a
Yeah, I
couple,
will
of,
do.
only a couple of good ones.
Right now, taking a quick
The Angel one's good.
Taking a quick sidestep out of Doctor Who, but related, it's my section.
But
I'm going to do whatever the fuck
Oh
I
my!
like. We all love a friend of the show, Toby Haydock. It
Can't
turns
say
out
his name properly.
Haydock.
It's not Haydock. It's Haydock.
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 Yeah.
Anyway,
Paul Sol's a fucking.
it's not
Christopher Lloyd.
Hadoki.
No.
It's definitely not that. Anyway, it turns out he and I have yet more in common beyond Doctor Who fandom and being virtually the same age.
Yes.
So last Sunday, Radio 4 Extra transmitted Geek Gods.
Oh yes. I
An
know this.
interview with fantasy writer, entrepreneur, and absolute legend, Sir Ian Livingstone.
Okay.
Even before I was a Doctor Who fan, and I've talked about this on the show, I was a massive fan of the fighting fantasy solo adventure game books. Yep, I'm literally wearing the logo right now.
Oh my.
I just bought the latest book, so they've celebrated 40 years of Death Trap Dungeon by doing a sequel to it called the
Dungeon
Dungeon on Blood Island.
That's right. Dungeon 2. Why have we waited so long?
Fighting fantasy where you are the hero. All you need is a pencil, an eraser, an adventure sheet, and 2 6-sided dice, and you're off into a
2-liter
world of fantasy world. It just came as a bit of a shock when it turned out that Toby was a bit of a dice rolling nerd as well. He never took me as being that kind. But
Really?
I messaged him about it after I listened to it, and it's like, wow, it's like we are like, 2 pieces of a pod that
We're twins.
Except
Come
obviously
on.
I look a lot younger than him, even though he's literally only 2 days older than me. Yeah, sorry, Toby.
You know what we need to do? We need to sit down and do you remember I got that choose your own adventure slasher movie thing. When you sit down, we should do an episode of that where I read it and you choose you do the chooses and the choices and the dice rolls and all that kind of stuff. We should do that.
I still remember my first fighting fantasy game book. It was a birthday present so it would have been my 10th birthday at the beginning of 1984. It was, and
If you want the birthday present, turn to page 12.
Bizarrely though, it was the one out of the first few books that was a science fiction rather than a fantasy adventure. It's Starship Traveller, so it's basically them doing Star Trek.
Right.
I
think we've talked about this before. Yeah.
I'm sure I have.
Yeah.
I want to say the cover's like Boris Vallejo or somebody like that. It was.
I thought you were going to say Boris Johnson then for a second.
Oh, no, not.
I think you'll find that it's
not Boris.
My artwork that I do for my fantasy books.
I'd have gone with Becker. I'd have gone with Boris Becker.
Oh, I watched that Celebrity Bear Grylls fucking
I was just waiting to see if you had a Boris Becker to pull out your ass. That's all. That's the reason why I said it.
Oh no, I've got a sore foot. That's fucking
But
I don't have a Boris Becker.
I've still got them all up in the loft. One of these days, I'm going to get them out and reread all of them.
Yeah, one of these days.
Unlike when I was in my tweens, I will not cheat. That was the thing. It's like roll the die. Oh, that was a 6.
I'll just keep your finger in this page.
Yes.
Yes.
Ian Livingstone always referred to it as the 5-finger bookmark. So that you knew where to turn back to if you didn't like the choice you'd made. It's still on BBC Sounds and will be for another 3 weeks or so. So if you haven't had a chance to listen to it, it is called Geek Gods. If it is successful, which fingers crossed seems to be the case, there are other possible episodes
the gods
that are going to happen.
Yeah.
But hopefully the Geek Gods will smile on the
Bitmap
Toby.
Brothers.
Yeah. Oh no, that would be a brilliant one.
There you go.
documentary I watched not so long ago, Golden Era.
I've seen it.
Yeah,
Yes.
the documentary about GoldenEye, the N64 game.
So it's kind of documentaries. I
Yeah,
watched it,
it was on Amazon Prime. I watched it.
Okay.
Yeah, no, that was really good. Really interesting look at an era, not just the game.
Stop naming good things and make me want to watch it. 'Cause I need to watch Doctor Fucking Who.
And finally, it's already a couple of weeks since the now traditional gathering of the Great and the Good at the Marriott Hotel LAX in Los Angeles for the Gallifrey 1 Doctor Who convention. And in his closing address to the attendees, co-founder and programs director Sean Lyon announced that it's the end. But the moment is prepared for as the 2028 event, so that will be the 38th
Gallifrey was Monopoly
convention,
events all along.
will be the last.
Is that because of attendance or?
Nope.
No, it's just 'cause it can't be asked.
In a more detailed announcement on the Gallifrey 1 website, Sean reflects on the earliest days of the event, where they genuinely struggled with attendance numbers and debt, but they persevered over the years and forged a legacy that seemed to be eternal.
Okay,
I mean,
so this is what you do next, right? You get in contact with as many as you can, and you host it in the UK.
In
Right,
Geek
you
Retreat
host it in
Warrington.
Geek Retreat Warrington, which they can get the airplane in from Manchester.
fucking
all the way
train
up,
right above
get
us.
on a train. Warrington Central, we're just underneath it.
There you
Well,
go.
Let's go.
So nearly 4 decades. This show, and it's a non-profit fan convention. Okay, it's not like all these other conventions that you see today where it is run for
Yeah, yeah.
profit.
Just make sure
They're
to sell
doing it for
loads
money.
of cups of tea. You'll be fine.
Jelly.
A legacy. It's 4 decades of a legacy of friendships forged, relationships created, families born, and now attending. There are literally kids
Sons and
who were probably conceived at that hotel, and also. Sadly, many friends that we've actually lost along the way. I mean, I'm thinking of Mac Dale, Paul Condon, Ed Comstock. There are many others, but those are the people I personally knew through Gallifrey who were.
Some of them have passed away whilst we've been doing this show. We've
Yeah,
been here. So
we've talked about them. Nothing lasts forever, especially for a non-profit fan-run event. Basically, they've chosen to go out on their own terms. And they're not handing over the name or their legacy to other people. Now, there are plans in place for a successor event.
Okay.
It's going to be run by Gallifrey 1's partners at Showmaster Events. They were the guys who basically went to bat and would often pony up the money to enable them to have people like Jodie Whittaker or Christopher Eccleston or Sir John fucking Hurt go to this fan event in Los Angeles. So it will be a profit-led event. Like the Showmasters events in the UK, they do the stuff down in London and what have you. But it's not going to have the word Gallifrey in the title. It's not going to be Gallifrey
the fans
2.
are still going to have a place to go once a year.
Yeah.
That's the important
That is
bit.
the idea.
That's the important
but
bit.
It's not going to be Gallifrey 1.
Yeah.
It's not going to be Gallifrey 2. It's not going to be Gallifrey anything.
It's going to be the Who Con.
It's going to be the new Doctor Who convention in Los Angeles once a year.
The Who Con or something.
Yeah. I've been 3 times to Gallifrey. I first went in, 2001, when it was at the Airtel Plaza in Van Nuys. It was only about 700 attendees, but it was like the biggest thing I had ever seen.
Yeah.
And
I'll zip back up.
yeah,
Sorry.
I was there as allegedly a guest. I was basically flogging stuff for BBV at the time. This was the wilderness years, as we called it, and I was working for this company that did Doctor Who with the serial numbers filed off. Basically, we did videos and CDs and what have you, and we had our panels recorded. I took a mini disc player with me, got them to plug it into the the sound desk, and they recorded it for me, and I
Yes,
put it.
mate,
And
you
I,
do this.
I,
Yes,
I,
mate.
I put it up on our website.
It's
and
the future.
This is well before like YouTube or podcasting or anything like that.
Or the wheel.
It was an.
They just copied the mini disc.
I had to cut these things in so that the files were small enough that they were easy enough for people to download. I had to cut these hour-long things into 4 parts. But
Fractions just like
yeah. So the files are still out there. Sound quality is actually not that bad at all. It has to be said. So at that first one, I got introduced to people like Mark Allen Shepard. He's Morn, the alien from Deep Space Nine who never has a line but is always at the bar.
Yes.
We went and had lunch at the local diner. He's a nice guy. I met Storm from the X-Men cartoon, Iona Morris.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we had friends. I met Brad Dourif.
Who's that?
Chucky.
Oh, very cool.
Grimmer Wormtongue, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Or Chucky.
Or Chucky. Yeah.
Or the dude from Exorcist 3.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Deadwood.
Legion. Yeah.
Oh,
And,
everything.
you know,
Yeah.
Rob Zombie's Halloween.
It
Loved him in Deadwood.
took me a long time to go back under my own steam. So it was about 5-6 years ago I went with Matt Dale and new friends, but that was the first time I went as a punter rather than and 700 people to 3,000 people. Fuck me.
Yeah.
I mean, it is.
Major Cliff.
I've never been to such a
3,000 people. Fuck
big
me.
Polly Blue's got nothing on Paul.
I just want his blue dick.
and then
Polly Blue did.
and then a couple of years ago I went again with Joshua, and
I remember
mean,
that one.
it's- I can't not go back.
Yeah, of course.
I've got to go back one more time, and
Just go- just
because they've given us
keep
3
going.
years' notice, they've not said,
Mate,
yeah, you know what,
you'll
next
go-
year,
you'll go
last
to-
time.
You'll go to all of these, and then you'll go to then whatever the new
Yeah,
one is as
yeah,
well. 'Cause
maybe.
you're a fan, and this is what they're there for.
Yeah, but it is an event, and lots of people are very, very sad about.
Yeah.
Well,
the
we've
idea
still got
that it
3
may
more
end.
years to
Yeah.
mourn, so
Yeah.
we're okay right now.
Well,
Basically.
yeah, exactly. It's 3 years
The
away.
attendance of that last one's gonna be fucking
Oh, yeah.
insane.
Absolutely. Yeah.
It'll be everybody who never
And
went
that's
to any of them.
that. To
Fucking
be
William
fair,
Hartnell will be there, and he's been dead for donkey's years.
to be fair, that is probably the one I'm gonna have to aim for.
Yeah, because the people that have like wanted to and never got round to it, now they know it's the last one.
Yeah.
You're gonna end up with like a third extra people.
They're going to have to do like fucking San Diego Comic Con.
They're
They'll have to do like a raffle.
They'll have to do a
stuff like
massive
that.
arena. They'll have to do a massive place for it,
Yeah.
or spread it over X amount of
Yeah,
days.
they might have
Yeah.
to. I say they might have to
Well,
do,
it's
a ballot
four.
for attendance.
It's 4 days effectively already. It starts on the Thursday,
School week,
Friday,
isn't it?
Saturday, Sunday.
Tell them I said do it for a week.
Yeah.
We'll understand.
The next
Doug
couple,
said.
I mean, they've had to move their traditional weekend the next couple of years because of sporting events that are happening in Los Angeles, like that really good bird that we all know
The
about,
Superb Owl.
the Superb Owl. But
Oh, speaking of the Superb Owl,
yeah.
we didn't talk about the Fantastic Four trailer.
Did we not? Well, let's talk about that then.
Let's do that
Because
quickly.
I'm done with being
Okay.
sad about Gallifrey 1.
Okay, we'll go back to the news then.
You want news? We got news. It's time for the 50-foot news.
Again. 2.
We're not allowed to call it the news too. A lot of people get upset by that, Doug. So-
It was TOO.
okay, oh, sorry, yeah, that's fine.
The news as well.
Yes. So, so Fantastic Four, the trailer dropped.
I nearly said the old. I'm such a dick. That's such a bad joke. It's not the news, it's the old.
Hey. What did we think?
Yeah.
I'm ready.
No stretchy boy.
And
No stretching.
I've always had an issue with the stretchiness anyway, because it looks fake. It's always going to look fake because he's stretching.
Yeah.
If they've come up with a way for me not to feel like that, and that's why they're not putting it on the trailer, because it's going to be something new. So I've never understood why he stretches, but he still hasn't got the fucking limb.
How do you mean?
His elbow.
Because he's basically just a rubber
Yeah,
man.
but
It doesn't
it-
matter at that
I
point.
think that's what it is for me, but I don't know why we're not seeing it. Maybe it's not quite.
Yeah,
I dropped it.
I'm just really glad that Ben Grimm
Looks like Ben Grimm.
Looks
Yeah.
like the
He's like-
thing.
he looks like-
Even-
looks like Alex Ross drew him.
Even when he's wearing
Yeah.
the big raincoat and
I
the
like
hat
the
and
actor
that.
as well. I
Yeah.
do like the actor.
I'm trying
I've
to
seen-
find.
I've still-
He's
I've
been
still-
in Marvel as well because he
I've-
played Microchip.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've still not watched The Bear, so
He's brilliant in The
It's
Bear.
it's on my list of things.
Yeah.
So I'm just trying
Bear-
to find at the moment.
Bear
There's a
is good.
there's a picture out of a Pedro Pascal action figure that's like all stretchy and stuff like that. I'm just trying to find
So-
a photo of it.
I mean, Pedro Pascal
is Pedro Pascal.
in
Yeah.
everything, and he's not. I'm
The
not-
moustache doesn't bother me
I'm
at
not
all.
excited about him playing that character.
Yeah.
I think he is a very, very adequate actor. I think he's good. He's never. I've never watched anything and gone, oh my god, yeah, he's perfect. Actually, no, fuck off. Narcos. He was perfect in Narcos.
Okay.
But anything else, you could go through it. You know, who would you have played Joel in The Last of Us? I could pick loads of people
Yeah.
to play that role.
Yeah.
And the same with Reed Richards.
Oh.
I like the look of the world.
The back to the building looks
I like that.
amazing.
It's almost kind of Jetsons-ish look.
Yeah.
And Galactus, Galactus seems to be a bit small.
Well, you can change your size, can't you? Sorry, I'm just trying to find this picture of this Pedro Pascal action figure. Some more concept art has dropped.
Oh, okay.
And it's for the villain of Ironheart, Sacha Baron Cohen's character. So there's been a lot of theories that he's going to be playing Mephisto and things like that. Yeah, the concept art has dropped, but the file names for the characters is Dormammu human form.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah. So like
nice. So this would be the guy. This would be the guy from Doctor Strange
Yeah.
who got
Yeah,
stuck in the time loop.
yeah, the big
But
wibbly
in,
face
but,
dude.
but in human form.
Yeah, that's interesting.
And that's one of the things that would have been nice to have had to have had Strange Academy, because one of the characters in Strange Academy is basically son of Dormammu. It's a kid, but with Dormammu's head.
Yeah.
He's
believe
a great
so.
character.
Sorry, I'm still trying to find this this picture of the Reed Richards figure.
I think Sue Storm as well is always just going to be a pretty
Vanessa
blonde lady.
Kirby's
Yeah.
just-
Pretty blonde
Great.
lady.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Neither here nor
she's
there.
been good in everything I've seen
And
her in.
You could probably sit down and concentrate on who's going to play Johnny Storm, because it's always somebody who's hot right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whenever they do it, it's somebody who's hot right now.
Yeah, so on this occasion they've gone, yeah, he was really good in Stranger Things.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Gladiator 2. He was pretty
I
decent
cannot
in that.
believe it has been this long since Stranger Things season 4.
I know.
Yeah.
It's been a long old time.
Because we were watching that while me
Can't find
and Kath and Joshua were in Turkey, and that's like nearly 3 years ago now.
Isn't it?
Oh yeah, is this?
I've recently rewatched Stranger Things.
Simone
Get ready for the
Simone had never watched it, so she's now watching it.
Really?
Yeah, she's finally catching up on Stranger Things and
Okay.
what have you. So yeah.
So I mean, to me, it looked good. No sign of the Silver Surfer in the trailer.
No.
But I think when we see Johnny flying through the city when he jumps off the balcony, I think that's him chasing the Surfer, just like they did in Rise of the Silver Surfer. To be honest,
I'm probably going to rewatch those soon because I'm rewatching all the Fox X-Men movies
Yeah.
at the moment, and so I'm probably going to watch the rest of them.
You might as well.
Well, it's
you
that
know what?
it's that
they're on Disney
credit
Plus, so-
sequence that they did of all the behind the scenes stuff in Deadpool and Wolverine. That's kind as a tribute to the Fox movies.
Yeah.
That has kind of inspired me to my next set of movies to go through is that I finally watched the for the first time the Rogue cut of
Oh, did you?
of
Uh,
yeah. Yeah,
It does
I think
make a difference.
it definitely
does make
adds
a
something.
difference.
I don't understand why they didn't go with that version. I genuinely don't.
I think it might have just been a running time thing, to be honest with you, more than anything.
Yeah.
I can't find this. Oh, there it is, right.
Hey!
So I found, is this the... Hold on, just 1 second.
You're
It's,
buying it, me.
there we go, right. So That's what he looks like in the box. Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
That's what he looks like in the box.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So you can have him regular size, or you can do that to him.
Yeah, that's just freaky.
You can stretch
That is
the bad boy out.
That's like freaky as fuck.
Yeah, he doesn't.
It's a bit odd, isn't it?
Whatever.
He's a stretchy boy.
It's
Yeah.
it's what's that American toy that stretches?
Stretch
Armstrong.
Yeah.
That's what it reminds me
Yeah.
of.
I'm sure they will bring out Mr. Fantastic Stretch Armstrong toys.
done already.
Guarantee.
Yeah.
I think they've edited the trailer to hide Sue's pregnancy, because there's a few bits in there where she's walking a bit funny. I think she's supposed to be
I
pregnant.
beg your pardon.
No, she's kind of like waddling. She's kind of like.
I beg your pardon.
She's doing the pregnant waddle. Yeah. So yes, I
How
think
big
it's
do you
going to
reckon
be
he
good.
stretches it? How big do you reckon he can?
Get it out of her fucking ear if he wants
He's
to.
got to,
mate,
hasn't he?
yeah.
He's got to be like, just
Yeah.
get there and just
He's
just
sitting in the
fill
other
it.
room. He's doing fucking calculus while he's
fill.
not. He's doing a Mr. Dr. Manhattan. Doing a Dr. Manhattan. There's one to cut off. Right. Yeah, but otherwise, I think it's going to be an interesting film. And
He's
just
I'm
an
gonna
awful
say
tease.
already.
Herbie looked great.
It's going to be the best one.
Oh,
It's going to be the pick of a bad bunch.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay.
We all know that Incredibles is the best Fantastic Four film.
Well, I've got one last thing that I want to do then before we go, and I've just realised how long we've been going for, so we'll have to do this quick. We're going to move on for some any other business.
It's time to talk about the weird and wacky things happening around the world with any other business.
But we're not going to do that because we don't actually have, in terms of that, kind of any other business. We're going to do
Okay.
some more. We're going to do some more improv stuff.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Cool.
Hang on.
This is always fun.
Yeah.
Bless you.
Stop sneezing.
Yeah. Sorry.
Bless you.
Stop sneezing.
So, first things first, we're going to do the old read this line in different prompts. Stop looking at it. You're not allowed to look at it.
Looking.
Okay. So our line this month is, I'm afraid the battle station will be quite operational when your friends arrive. Okay? So who wants to go first? Just standard line
I'll
reading.
go.
Okay? So just standard line reading.
So I'm afraid that this battle station will be fully operational by the time your friends arrive.
Okay, Paul, give me a little bit more.
I'm afraid that this battle station will be quite operational when your friends arrive.
Don't give me a little bit more.
I'm afraid that this battle station is going to be completely operational by the time your friends arrive.
All right. Paul, do it as a used car salesman trying to sell me on the features of the vehicle.
I'm afraid that this battle station will be quite operational when your friends arrive.
All right. Doug, in the style of a local TV ad produced for about £4.80.
Say that again.
In the style of a local TV ad produced for about £4.80. No, like the old fella.
Phone
You get one for free.
Bilton on 66667.
I'm afraid that this battle station is going to be completely operational by the time your friends arrive.
Oh, I love it. I like it. Paul, like you're trying to go viral on TikTok.
What?
Like you're trying to go viral on TikTok. So maybe throw a little dance in there as well. Do a little...
Do it topless.
Filters and shit. You know?
Oh my god. I'm afraid.
Like this.
No. I'm afraid that this battle station will be quite operational when your friends arrive.
Said getting a viral one off for the reasons you want. Doug,
Mr. Grim, I do declare.
Doug, do it as John Hollywood.
Ha ha! This feels wrong, he's right there.
Put him on.
I'm
if you want.
afraid. Ha ha! I'm afraid this battle station will be quite operational by the time your friends arrive.
Big Death Star action.
Thrill me!
Palpatine energy. All right, Paul, like you're an underage kid trying to get someone to buy you booze if they give them a tenner.
Hey.
Yeah, mate.
Hey.
What?
So,
This battle station will be quite operational when your friends arrive.
how old are you? Fuck off.
Doug, you're now a BBC News anchor announcing the death of a prominent person such as the Queen.
Don't forget to wink at the end.
Zip back up.
I am afraid that this battle station will be completely operational when your friends arrive.
Okay.
Thank you.
Paul?
And that was the news on the day. Millions of people died.
Paul?
I'm Michael Burke. Wink.
Paul? Your mum.
Your mum!
No, in the style of your mum.
Fucking hell. My mum. I mean, my mum's an Essex girl. No, technically true.
Get out my pub! The Death Star's at Luton Airport!
I mean, this won't be accurate, but
Well, I've never met her, so
No.
it's fine.
You crack on.
Do what you want.
so it's going to be something like this Death Star will be quite operational when your friends arrive, I'm afraid.
Paul?
Mike?
Well, you come round for dinner on Sunday, Paul. It's a Death Star here. It's going to be quite operational.
He's not the Messiah, he's a very naughty Palpatine.
Yeah.
Doug.
I'll do it. Yes.
As someone talking to the waiter, trying not to make a scene when they've received completely the wrong food.
This battle station is going to be quite operational when your friends arrive.
I like it. Okay, Paul, as Doug.
Props.
It's like looking in a mirror.
Give me your shades. Give me two. Give me both your glasses. Context for the video. Doing a line as me.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Alright,
You took your glasses off, that's why.
well, there's that as well. Alright, welcome to Geek Retreat Warrington. This battle station will be quite operational by the time your friends arrive. See you later.
Geek Retreat Warrington loves you.
Yeah, that too.
Nice. Nice.
What do you think?
Like it.
Love
Love
it.
it.
Love it.
Alright, and scene for that one.
That was fun.
Well, I've got one last little bit for you to do. Okay, this is a scene between the two of you. Alright? You're going to be two friends who haven't seen each other since school, and you're trying to out-achieve the other person with your life accomplishments. So try and outdo whatever. Alright? Paul, you start.
Hello, Doug.
Hi, mate. How are you?
Yeah, no, I'm good. So,
time,
I mean,
mate.
I haven't seen you in, it's like 20 years.
Oh, mate, I've been so busy, though.
Yeah, well, me too. I mean, you know, it's all the busyness.
What have you been up to, mate?
Well, I am a successful business owner.
Me too, mate.
Oh,
As you
really?
were.
Really? What do you do?
Oh, loads. But you carry on, mate, as you were. You tell me for yours.
Okay. Well, I run a company.
Just one.
Well, it's a big company.
Okay, I was just...
It,
my
it,
lights,
it,
so.
it sells all the stuff.
Okay, like what?
Yeah.
Does it sell?
Well, I mean,
Thrill me.
I think
That's my line.
that's his job.
I beg your pardon.
Clip's going to be longer than the show next week. He sells all the stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. Excellent.
Yeah. No, it's you know, it's.
What's your demographic? Who are you aiming at?
Oh, I mean, A's and B's usually.
A's
So
and B's.
yeah. So,
I do all of them.
So
Yeah, everyone. Yeah.
I mean, so what is it you're doing?
Oh, I'm entrepreneur. I sell. Well, I've got many companies, so I've got things. You know, I employ a lot of people because I like to. You know, I like to give back. I like to do that. And we've got the umbrella for the actual. No, it's not. I'm not selling umbrellas. The umbrella of the company.
Oh, that's funny,
it's-
'cause I do.
It's very very vast. Just normal ones or electric ones.
All the you've got
waterproof
the
ones.
ones that you can see through, and
Oh,
then you've got
they're
the
clever.
the traditional black ones that your businessmen use.
Mate, I remember 4 years ago selling them as well. So I do all sorts really. I've got my fingers in a lot of pies.
Oh, that sounds painful. I mean,
oh no, I mean, I also own 4 bakeries. Is what I meant. Yeah, so I just do. I'm just always on, mate. I mean, it's been like 20 years since we last spoke.
Yeah,
and I don't think I've stopped since. To be fair.
Oh, that's a shame. Do you not have like time for fun? Because all work and no play makes Doug a very dull boy.
It did take a while, but obviously I had to find myself, and then when I did, my Russian model wife. And our 4 kids that she did in one go, the quads.
A Russian model. That's funny because mine's a real wife.
Yeah. Fair enough. Real wives of what? Cheshire.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So we've got the family. We've got everything else that we need. Actually, to be fair, I could probably do it with a bigger house, but we're already sorting that out, so that'll be fine.
Yeah, I mean, my house is pretty big.
Cool.
It's like 20 rooms, the 4 bathrooms, en suites with the bedrooms, and you should see the size of the garage.
Yeah, I mean, 3 of my houses sound that small as well. To be fair. Yeah. Anyway, mate, it's been an absolute treat.
Yeah.
Good luck.
And you.
Hope everything turns out better.
And scene.
full dick mode. I enjoyed that one.
Hey, I get the feeling I've been owned.
I actually enjoyed that one.
Well, you've got to be owned because you sell all the things.
All the things.
Umbrellas.
Yes. All the umbrellas.
Black ones, the see-through ones.
I sell all the umbrellas. The umbrellas are the greatest.
I don't know what else to say. So,
well, don't say anything then.
Well, okay. There is one more thing that we just need to do just before we go. Doug, you've got something that you wanted to mention.
Oh, yeah. So today I had a visit. The guy, I cannot remember your name, even if we did get it. This is a company, or a charity called All Right Lad, ? And it is from the team All Right Lad. It's basically, the reason why I've got such a... The reason why I'm totally behind this is it's for men to come and talk about your problems, talk about what's going on in your life, don't suffer alone, and then have things happen to yourself which cannot be undone. There is, on the picture, there is my friend Mark, and Mark sadly took his life, and he's left his family and everything, and all he had to do was talk to someone. So this company are going to be using Geek Retreat Warrington as a space, obviously on me. I'm not taking any money for this because it's in partnership with Fun, which is, if I can find it, Families United. Great cause. Don't suffer by yourself. No. Talk to someone. Mm-hmm. Ring someone that you don't know particularly well. Ring somebody you know very well. Just do something. This is just horrific when this happens. Yeah. And it destroys families. Yeah. Friendships. It's it's really bad. But and he will be missed for a really long time. Even in this store.
I mean, this is the sort of thing that we have talked about on the pod before.
Oh, yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
This obviously hits closer to home for you because it's somebody you knew. But I've said before, it should never be that bad. Always talk to somebody before you do something that you're not going to be able to take back.
Yeah. Well, this was so out of the blue because Mark was here on Monday night. Playing D&D with his because he's the DM. Yeah. He was DMing for us. It was business as usual. Wow. The guy is a beautiful fucking man, and he was just great and nice, and nothing was untoward. And then 9 o'clock Tuesday morning, I believe, he just got in his car and drove off. Oh shit! He knew where he was going. He knew what he was going to do.
Sadly, that kind of thing that happens. People who plan these things that they know what they're going to do, they'll make sure that the last day is as happy as they can make it. Just to try and make things seem normal for the people around them and everything like that. This is in no way any kind of a comparison or anything like that. Obviously, you guys know that my dog doesn't have long left, and we know that if it comes to the point that
burger day, mate. Here, try chocolate. Fucking let's go.
If the decision comes that we know there's going to be a certain day that he's not going to be with us anymore, then the day before we'll give him the greatest day of his life.
Word.
But that's kind of what happens in these situations. These people will go and have a great day with friends or family. A friend of mine who took his own life, about 15 so years ago now. He had a great night out with his friends, and the next day he wasn't with us anymore.
It's insane, isn't it?
So yeah, just because someone looks like they're having a great time, you don't know what's going on the inside. So just reach out to people, just ask them, "Are you all right, lad?" Or whoever it is.
Yeah.
Just check in with people, because you wouldn't believe how much, just having a kind word can really mean to someone. So yeah, check them out, and if you need to use their services, by all means, you know where to turn now.
Yeah, keep an eye on our socials as well, because I'm probably going to take a picture of this, because it's got a QR code on it and everything, so I'm going to send that out.
They've got Facebook, they've got Instagram.
Yeah, I'll get around to doing that in the next couple of days.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, well, we will leave the show there then. So thank you everyone who's listened to the show. Obviously, thank you to Doug for having us here to do the show.
Yeah, welcome.
We love doing the show. Geek Retreat, we love you having you on board. There's potentially going to be some changes happening on the show fairly soon in terms of how we do the show and what have you. But we'll let you know more about that as and when those things arrive. One thing I do want to mention is about next month, okay, when we're here. I do have a prize to give away when it comes to the Beyond the 50-Foot Nerd section. So we want as many people here as possible next month. Yeah. Ideally, you will own a Nintendo Switch. That's all I can say.
I own a Nintendo Switch.
Well, if you own a Nintendo Switch, then you may be in luck, because I just may have a Nintendo Switch game to give away.
Well,
yes.
I don't. But
you can't win anyway.
But I do have a daughter who owns one.
Well, you can't win anyway. It's got to be given away to a member of the public.
But Kath might.
Well, no. she can't win. She's related to you, unfortunately. So yeah, we want people down here next month. Doug, let people know that if they come to
we'll
the
let
show,
people know.
Yeah, I've got a Nintendo Switch game to give away. So yes, there will be more about that as and when, because I will be doing a little video on the game. I've played it. It's good fun.
Cool.
I've been given a copy of the game by the developers to play and review.
You fucking
and I've been playing it. It's good. I've been doing some video capture, so I'll be doing a little video for the YouTube and the Facebook and everything like that before too long. And we will have a copy of said game to give away. I'm not going to say any more right now until it's all sorted. But yeah, so be here at Geek Retreat Warrington next month, which is going to be on the first Saturday of the month is the 5th of April. Are we good for that one?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Yeah. So, right, 5th of April it is then. So get yourselves down to Geek Retreat Warrington then. In the meantime, obviously, keep an eye out on all the social feeds and everything like that. The Christmas special will be coming very, very shortly.
For Easter.
It is... It's all done now. I just didn't want to put too much out all at once, because we had this show, we had the convention show that went out as well. That was a good time, that one.
The convention show, which went out and you forgot to actually mention it.
Well, anyone who subscribed to the podcast feed should know that it's gone out. But that was it was a good time, that, doing the show. We had a little Q&A session there as well.
Do you know what we did?
I've not listened to it yet.
Yeah.
I've not had a chance to listen to it yet.
We played Box Trolls.
Cool.
Yeah.
Why not?
And I actually surprised myself at how many anime films
I think you were still beaten by the audience, though, Paul. But anyways, if you want to listen to the show, it's good fun. We did that. We were joined by our friend John as well, who didn't have a bloody clue what was going on.
I think he sat there for the whole hour just basically regretting his existence.
He regretted choosing that microphone, I don't know that much. Yeah, but we had a fun time, and just give the episode a listen if you want to. And if you have found us from our appearance at the convention, then hello. Hope everyone enjoyed seeing us there. Hope everyone enjoyed interacting with John Hollywood. He had a fun time.
Hopefully, Daz, who sold me my new phone, is listening.
Oh, hello,
because he asked, and he linked to the Facebook group after we finished. So
all right. Well, speaking of the socials, speaking about the Facebook group and that, do you know we have a TikTok? By which I mean John Hollywood has a TikTok.
Ha ha!
If you visit @RealJohnHollywood on TikTok, you will see the adventures that he's been getting up to so far. There's going to be more adventures as we go on. So go and check the videos out.
He's also got his own Instagram.
He does
so
have
it's @real.john.hollywood. Hollywood.
And you'll be able to see everything that he's been getting up to, photos, videos, all that kind of jazz. So check it out. Okay, there's gonna be some interesting stuff happening with John there. And then obviously whenever he goes to convention appearances, we'll be doing more and more stuff with that as well. So yeah, we've got some fun stuff planned for conventions later this year with them as well. But yeah, until then, I say just keep an eye out everywhere. Spread the word of the show. The more people know about it, the more people come and see you. If you're local to Warrington, come down, see Doug. He's always here, for the most part anyway. Unless he's dying, but even then he'll still come in.
Correct.
All right. But yeah, until then, I have been John Hollywood's best friend.
I've been Doug's better looking replacement.
I've been better than you in damn near every way.
I'm going to tip it back up, and we'll see you next
With
time.
a fitter wife.
See you, folks. Geek out.
Bye.
Bye.
If you've enjoyed the nerdom in your ears, then why not follow us on Twitter at 50footnerds. You can follow Mike at Mike G. Bell, Amara at Voltsevexoth and at Amara Lunera, and Paul is on at Auton Scouser. Our website is 50footnerds.co.uk. That's FIFTYFOOTNERDS.co.uk. You can find all of our YouTube content at video.50footnerds.co.uk or search youtube.com/50footnerds. All of our episodes are archived over at bit.ly/50footnerdsarchive. That's 50FTNERDS archive. You can like us on Facebook, facebook.com/Attack of the 50-Foot Nerds. Email us at 50footnerds@gmail.com or join our Patreon at patreon.com/50footnerds. If you'd like to buy our merchandise, you can visit us over at tinyurl.com/50footstore. That's 50FT store. All of these links and more are available at our Linktree page. That's linktr.ee/50footnerds. FIFTYFOOTNERDS.